Hello, Grishlock. Welcome back. Welcome back. Tell me, are you seeing an advertisement right now? Because on my stream it says ads are still going, but if they're not going anymore, I'll just like start the stream. Actually, wait, if there is an ad, then you can't hear me. Okay. It's like 30 seconds left. It's fine. Okay, so there's no ad. Okay, awesome. I'll switch over. Yay! Hello! Hello! Turned on my leap motion for this. You didn't get fed an ad. Okay, maybe you have a good ad blocker then. Whatever. It says like 4 seconds left. Sometimes like the Twitch, Whoa! Oh my goodness, Inigo! Thank you so much for your big slappy resubscription. You wanted to join the Warframe, but you... Oh, don't worry. I might play it again tomorrow or the day after. So there will probably be another Warframe this week, if I'm being perfectly honest with you. But thank you so much for continuing your big slappy sub. I really appreciate it. What did you miss? I did a rating. Well, it wasn't really an official rating of like the most huggable Warframes. And some of them are more huggable than the others. Epic Mind, hello, welcome in. Some of them are more huggable than the others. I should make that a clip. That would be a really good clip. No, just it's not it was not sus. It's just a hug. Hey, at least I wasn't rating their butts. No, it's not a euphemism. Just like a good old fashioned like hug. Cause like some of them you'd hug, right? Some of them are huggable. You know, just like a nice little hug in there. But yeah, some of them would hurt. Some of them would hurt. But a frame like Loki, that's a pretty huggable frame. He's pretty smooth. Some of them have like weird crotch things that would make it awkward. Yeah, many of them have medieval cod pieces. Exactly. But you know what? I decided to do a second stream because I don't have to get up early tomorrow. So I made myself a vodka soda. Way too strong. Way too strong. I use like 2 shots of vodka and like half a can of Sprites. We'll see how that does. I don't actually drink vodka very often, so we'll see how much this fucks me up. Let me have a little bit more. But I was inspired because someone followed me earlier today called what was their name? Fake Creepypasta Fan. And I love that username so much that I was like, you know what? I said I was going to do this one day, so I might as well do it now because I'm at like 796 followers. So I figured I might as well stream until like I get to 800, right? Because it's only like 4 left. So why not just stream until I get to 800? Oh, sorry, I just need to clear my throat. This may not actually be a good idea. I may like lose my voice from doing this because like I've been having to clear my throat a lot today. And drinking the alcohol probably isn't going to help either. So we'll see. I basically went to the creepypasta wiki and I sorted their top ranked creepypastas by like worst to best. Some of them aren't even creepypastas. Some of them are just like, they're just lists, like literal listicles. Watch Mojo, top 5 creepy activity to scare the hell out of your friends. That's not even a creepypasta. That's a fucking article, bro. The Corvex would probably get your hair caught somewhere between the plates. You know, I actually didn't think about that. Because I said Corvex would probably be huggable, but now that I think about it, yeah, if your hair got caught in between the plates, that would be a problem. The legendary worst creepypasta, ooh, if you remember, let me know. I will say that this website, like the r/nosleep, is one of those. Let me read you their FAQ, because they have like the same thing going on there where it's like, where does it say? In order to obtain permission to feature a story on your YouTube channel, Podcaster Stream, you must get in contact with the cited author of the work directly under to negotiate with them individually. If the author is not identified or is listed as anonymous, this does not mean the story is in the public domain and not subject to copyright law. or that you can freely exploit it for personal gain. If you decide to adapt or feature stories from this website without the express consent of the creators, you do so at your own peril. Creepypasta.com takes no responsibility for damages you may incur as a result of violating the intellectual property rights of others. So, you know, this may or may not be an unarchived stream. If I get like hit by copyright by someone who wrote like the worst rated creepypasta on creepypasta.com. Nana's hello, Zazarashi. That's a good one. That's a good one. I like that one. That's a pretty good one. Oh my god, my leap motion does this weird thing where like my right arm goes like really far, even though it's like it's not like that. Very strange. Actually, I know what the problem is. I just don't know how to fix it. The supermarket monster. Ooh, okay. Let's see. How do I spelled that wrong. Okay. There we go. The supermarket monster from the Call Me Kevin wiki? Wait, was Call Me Kevin the guy who, like, got, like, in trouble with, like... I mean, not that this has anything to do with the story. Oh, this post was deleted? What? Okay, Wattpad. Okay, Wattpad. Here we go. EV/story. Do I have to know the context of this guy? Continue to next part. Wait, how fucking long is this? Reboot. What is the original one? Is it listed on the Call Me Kevin wiki? It was featured in the video. I wrote the most infamous creepypasta of all time. Oh, okay. It's actually pretty short. Okay. Well, I may be infringing on someone's copyright by reading this, but you know what? Whatever. Whatever. If you're writing like a 1-star creepypasta, like, come on, dude, you're gonna sue me for that? The original creepypasta website got bought out by some Christian Karens and everything was deleted. Really? Creepypasta.com? Really? That's interesting. Because, like, they still have some of the famous ones on it, but, like, I noticed that some of these are, like, let's see. Creepypasta. Okay, yeah. You scared me there for a second, Inigo. You scared me there. I was like, wait, what? What are you talking about? Don't do that again. Let's not use those. Let's not use those letters. Oh, boy. Let's see. So I have selected a few of them. One of them isn't even, like... a creepypasta. It's just an article. Does it say who the article is by? No, it doesn't. Okay. Okay, so I'm gonna start off with this isn't even a creepypasta. This is just a warm-up. 5 horror movies about marijuana. Published on June 22nd, 2021. 4 minutes of reading. Hold on. A horror film is a well-known genre of feature film, a thematically wide and varied range of films designed to arouse in the audience a feeling of fear, anxiety, and uncertainty, to create a tense atmosphere of horror or an agonizing expectation of something terrible. The genre is so prevalent today, but interesting, there are also many films about marijuana. So let's take a look at some of them. Such films are known to have contributed to the rise in popularity of marijuana. Now you can try the e-cigarette like the best dry herb vaporizer. Which leads me to a link. By the way, the words best dry herb vaporizer, these are a hyperlink which takes me to vapingdaily.com/vaporizers. So, hashtag sponsored. So, the first movie they list is Idle Hands. The main character of the film is a young man named Anton. He has few interests in life. He likes to relax, smoke a joint, and lie on the couch. One day, he wakes up to find his parents decapitated. All the evidence points to Anton killing his parents himself.
He soon kills 2 of his best friends completely unintentionally. Anton realizes that his right hand is to blame, which he can no longer control. After a while, his friends rise from the dead and continue to hang out with Anton.
Okay. The next one looks actually really funny. I actually want to watch the next one.
Hansel and Gretel get baked. Brother and sister Hans and Greta became hostages of an evil witch living in the forest who lured young people to her house with the smell of marijuana.
Yeah, bro, I'm in the middle of a forest and I smell that Zaza. Of course I'm gonna fucking go to that cabin. Are you kidding me, dude? Oh.
The witch wants to eat them to become young and beautiful. However, the picturesque plans to throw Hans and Greta into the oven and then eat them comes to an end when the villains realizes these guys are not a mistake at all.
Okay, this is like, okay. Next one, 420 Massacre. It worked on me, don't make my mistake. I'm gonna read this in my normal voice. Several bosom friends, bosom, B-O-S-O-M, bosom friends, what does that even mean? Decided that a banal birthday party for one of them was not fun. Another nightclub with a boring entertaining set will only cause a hangover, but a picnic in nature, in a place where you can not only drink alcohol, but also smoke weed without fearing the interest of strangers is quite an excellent option. Despite desperate expectations of beauties, a whole lot of marijuana they walked out on by accident could provide fun for more than just this weekend, except that the plantation owner is not very happy with someone finding about his small but lucrative business. Bosom is a biblical word, but why does it say bosom friends? What does bosom friends means? They're girls with big tits? They're friends and they have big boobs? What does... It literally says several bosom friends. What? Okay, anyway.
Reefer Madness, the movie musical. In the 1930s in the United States, the authorities have been actively fighting marijuana. The head of the bureau, Harry Anslinger, together with his subordinates, had to catch violators who use and distribute marijuana and convince the public that weed is dangerous, blah, 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 blah. And at the end of this paragraph, they said, nowadays it is possible to smoke more safely for health, using, for example, the best herb vaporizer, hashtag sponsored. You saw it said creepy messages? No, these are creepypastas, friend. Is it Alex creepypasta time? Yes, we're starting off with something that is not a creepypasta though. That was a stupid list. That was a stupid list. Okay, let's go into an actual story. An actual fucking story. So this is called The Town of Blanche. Published on September 29th, 2008. This is a very short one, like 2 minutes long, supposedly. I'm gonna read this. I'm gonna read this. If you visit France's... I don't know how to say this word, I'm sorry. Côte d'Azur in your lifetime, do everything you can to avoid a small town called Blanche. I was in the country once with my parents around 8 years ago. I was 12 at the time. We were on a family vacation, and we found ourselves looking for a place to get some rest and enjoy some local color. We were getting really hungry on the road, so it was with some luck that a town, unmarked on our map, rose unexpectedly from the horizon. This was the town of Blanche. I feel like I need to change the music because this music is like not spooky enough. Okay, I'll change it after like I finish reading this one. Côte d'Azur. I don't fucking speak French and I don't want to speak French. It's south of France. Okay, okay. Immediately after we entered Blanche, we noticed that the colors of the houses were darker than anything I had seen in my entire life. It's not that they were black or gray. They were normal colors for walls. They just look not right. It's hard to explain, almost like it was a color that we don't even have a word for because it's so dark and strange. A few minutes of driving around the town, we all begin to notice the fishy stench, like a Friday market except for the fact that no fish were being sold. The people in the town also had a really weird skin tone, almost frostbitten and tinged a deep blue. If I recall correctly, my father said something like, "These guys sure look like the sea." We had originally planned to stay in the town for a while, but my mother and sister were so disturbed by the creepy atmosphere and the town's denizens that they insisted that we keep driving and find a different town to stay the night. When we arrived in the next town, it was like we all gave a gigantic sigh of relief at once. We felt that we were back in normal civilization. However, the people who ran the inn that we stayed at in the second town did tell us some very freaky stories about Blanche. Stories that made us really glad that we didn't stay there. What an ending. What an ending. Truly, truly. Cream of the crop. They were normal color of walls. That's my favorite part. It was a color that we don't even have a word for because it's so dark and strange. What does that mean? What does that even mean, dude? Hello? What? Okay. Oh. This creepypasta sounds kind of racist. It's just Vanta Black. Maybe. This one was rated 2.3 out of 10 from 3.77 thousand votes. All right. I think he's a little bit racist. Let's see. How long is this one? 3 minutes? Okay, we'll do another 3-minute one. Hold on. Then I'll do a longer one. All right. This one is called Prey by Ramses the Pigeon. Copyright Ramses the Pigeon. Published on May 18th, 2017. There are two main routes that one can use to get from Napa to San Francisco. The first curves around through Emeryville, crosses over the Bay Bridge, and eventually arrives in the financial district. Every mile of the journey is well-lit, populated, and dotted by familiar signs of civilization. The same details are partly true of the second path, save for the long stretch of road that first crosses some hills, then eventually glides travelers through a dark, silent, and eerie isolated valley. It was there that I encountered something truly horrifying. I had recently become acquainted with a young woman who was unlike anyone I had ever met at that point in life. She was beautiful and brilliant, and we seemed to share an almost supernatural connection. Looking back, I realized that hormones and mild infatuation were playing tricks on my mind, but at the time, she and I were both not so secretly entertaining the idea of us being soulmates. The magnetism between us was so profound, in fact, that it prompted me to share everything about myself with her. We took a weekend trip to Napa, my hometown, spent some time with my friends, ate dinner with my parents, and just delighted in the sense of closeness that we both felt. Then, not long before we headed back to the city, the young woman and I decided to stop by a yard sale that we'd seen. Somehow or other, we got drawn into a conversation with the people selling their possessions, a middle-aged man and woman who claimed to see a spiritual link between me and my companion. They congratulated us on having found one another, but also offered a word of caution, hinting that some dark, otherworldly force would be attracted to our happiness. "It will see you," the woman told us, "and it will try to feed on your love." It was creepy, to say the least, but other than where romantic fantasies were concerned, neither my traveling partner nor I put any stock in the metaphysical. We thanked the couple for their time, exchanged a few passing well wishes, then got into the car and headed back to San Francisco. About half an hour later, we found ourselves on that stretch of empty road. The sun had set beneath an overcast sky, and the only visible lights in the area were those at the front of my car. Perhaps I was just mildly shaken by the warning that we'd received, but as we traveled that open expanse of nothingness, I started to feel like I was being watched. The young woman agreed with me, describing a sense of being stalked by some unseen predator. I gripped the steering wheel, keeping my eyes on the road, then shouted with terror and alarm as an enormous beast seemed to jump out of nowhere. The impact was jarring, and I had to swerve to keep control. "Are you okay?" I asked of my companion. "The eyes," she whispered. "Did you see the eyes?" "No," I confessed. "I didn't. What did you see?" "They were red. They looked at me." When we came to the first streetlight, I pulled off to the side of the road.
Why would you do that?
My limbs were still shaking as I climbed out to assess any damage, and with some confusion, I found there wasn't a single dent or scratch visible, let alone any sign of a collision. "That's impossible," the young woman protested, having heard my report. "That thing was enormous." "Come look at this," I replied. I waited as she joined me near the front of my car, then leaned down and gently ran my finger across its hood. A thin, slightly cleaner line was left behind. "I don't understand," the girl said. "If something hit us, how could there still be dust?" "Maybe something didn't hit us," I replied. "At least, maybe not something in the physical world." It was an utterly ridiculous thing to say, of course. The logical explanation was that we'd hit a wild boar, which had impacted the car in such a way as to not leave a mark. A combination of adrenaline and fantastical thinking had made us see the situation as being more otherworldly than it actually was, and we'd let ourselves get swept up in the terror of it all. Still, we drove the rest of the way back to San Francisco in silence, all while feeling we were being followed.
And that's the end. That's how it ends. Wild boar. I don't know that they have those in like that. Do they have wild boars in California? I don't know that they do, or at least not in that part of California that I could tell. Oh yeah, let me find the spooky music. Let's see. I don't know. Let's see. Copyright free spooky music. Okay, here we go. Royalty-free spooky music, haunted lo-fi, no copyright lo-fi beats. Okay, this is exactly what I want. Let me turn off the music here. And we'll put on this. Yes, they do. I don't know about that region. Okay. Oh, that's loud. That's... Okay, I think that should be okay. A little bit more down. Okay, that should be good. It literally boils down to, it is who was phone. It's literally like who was phone. You're right. Who was car. Let's see. How long is this one? This one is 8 minutes. This one... Oh, that's actually louder than I expected. Hold on. That's better. Okay. I will read the Supermarket Monster. Written by Kevin. It was one of the top-rated stories on all time on creepypasta.org before the website's deletion. Okay, copyrights to Kevin of Call Me Kevin. Boars being an issue in some parts and on some of the recreational islands. Oh, okay, interesting. Hold on, my leap motion is like weird right now. Oh, it's because of that. Okay. All right.
Once in a place far away, a very long time ago, there was a boy named Roger. He was tall, but a bit round. He lived in a big city where unusual things seemed to happen every day. For example, his uncle died. Anyway, Roger had lots of enemies in the city. All the people he used to like were now his enemies because he changed. He used to be a really successful banker named Ron, but he decided to go another way, and now he is a hobo named Roger. Because of this, his friends thought they didn't like him anymore, so they said, "You're our enemy now," And Roger was like, "Oh no, I have no friends but loads of enemies." Roger lives day to day, day to tomorrow, by the change he gets off strangers outside McDonald's. But sometimes when he gets enough money, he goes to the local shopping center called Takeo. He can only buy things when they are on sale. So he only buys things when they are on sale because he doesn't have much money. Sometimes he even gets enough change to buy chicken when it's on sale, and he goes into KFC and says, "Can you cook this for me?" They do it because they are his enemies and spit in the food. Yuck. Today, on the most windy, stormy, and rainy, and cloudy, and sad of days, he decided he needed to eat and went to Takeo. When he went inside, there was no baskets. This was weird. Roger thought that he must be giving them a break today, so he kept going. He saw that their bread was on sale, so he was going to buy it, and then an big fat hairy man ran up to him and said, "No, that is not or you." And he took the sale sign away, which made the bread go back up to $100,000. This is all in the future, so that's normal for the future. Roger made a similar face to this, D:. And then he said, "But if you don't give me that, I will starve." And the fat man laughed, and his fat went bouncy from laughing. Then one of Ron's enemies died. Excuse me. So Ron felt his anger rising. That happens when his enemies die, and he punched the man so hard that his fat fell off, and the man was so angry that he cried blood. Then the lights went out so fast that Roger knew he was going to be murdered. A black mist came out of the cereal box, and the bacon was flying everywhere. Pancake mix splashing over the counters. Freezers freezing at a higher temperature than normal so that it was freezing for the frozen pizzas. Too much. Ron ran way far away to that aisle that's always full of people. It has like loads of sweets and crisps. Yummy. There was like 10, no wait, 15 monsters there. All black with eyes ooging with blood and tears. The hat looked like bacon, but were actually dead people's skin. He screamed, "Fat man, help!" But when the fat man came he said, "You punched my fat, and now you will pay. I am your enemy." And then he ran and went inside a freezer, but forgot that the freezers froze too hard now, and he died from freeze. Roger ran to a exit and was almost out when he tripped on something. He looked down and saw his enemy saying, "Help me, the pancakes were too string." And then he said, "No, I am Roger. You were Ron's friend, not mine, Smelly." And he ran out the door. He was safe. He got out. He escaped. He avoided death. He was alive. He was tall. He was safe. He was Roger. Then he went back in for the bread but forgot about the monsters. So when he got the bread, the monsters came out between the slices and cried blood from their mouths, saying, "We are your enemies, Ron." He said, "How do you know my old name?" And then they ate him, and he just fell down on the floor crying from death. His last words were, "I am all your enemies." Then he fell down and died. Just before he died, he said, "I will now be a supermarket monster. So when you are in a supermarket, remember that Ron is waiting." In the future, though, because it is in the future, remember? Okay. Oh my god. Hold on, I gotta wipe my nose. Oh, Wolf! Hold on, sorry. Thank you so much for the follow. Thank you. This is my first time reading Supermarket Monster. I didn't realize this was such a famous creepypasta. It was written when he was 20 years old. There's an animated video. Wait, there's an animated video for this? What the fuck? What the hell? In the total, 31 spelling mistakes were made in the creation of this story. It says there is. Hold on a sec. Sorry, I need to wipe my nose again. I need to drink some more because now my throat is hurting. I gotta stop doing that voice, but it's so much fun to do the creepypasta voice, but man, it hurts my throat. The vodka will help though. It's okay, Kyperion. We're done with the Supermarket Monster. Ugh. My favorite part is the part where, like, the spelling mistakes are my favorite part. I really like the spelling mistakes. His last words, he said, "You should follow and subscribe tier 3." My favorite part is the spelling mistake where he says, like, he oinly buys things, and it's literally spelled O-I-N-ly. O-I-N-ly. In enemy. Yeah, that's a good one too. There's a lot of spell. You know what it reminds me of? It reminds me of, like, John Freeman. Like, with all the mistakes, it feels like a creepypasta version of, like, John Freeman. You know? I love that one. That's like my, it's not, John Freeman isn't even a creepypasta. It's like the ultimate Half-Life fanfiction, but I love that one. His brother, Gordon Freeman. Let's see here. Oh boy, do I want to read another long one? Oh, Jesus Christ. Okay, this one is only 8 minutes, supposedly. I remember the Supermarket Monster. I was eating pizza and the Supermarket Monster go in window. You know what I want to read? I want to read the fucking Half-Life fanfiction again. Half-Life Full Life Consequences. I want to read it again because that's like my favorite of all time. And was scare. Verifying you are human. Complete the CAPTCHA. Okay. Half-Life Full Life Consequences. John Freeman, who was Gordon Freeman's brother, was one day in an office typing on a computer. He got email from his brother that said that aliens and monsters were attacking his place and asked for help, so he went. John Freeman got his computer shut down and went on the platform to go up to the roof of the building, where he left his motorcycle and normal people clothes because he was in his office lab coat. John Freeman got on his motorcycle and said, "It's time for me to live up to my family name and face full life consequences." So he had to go. John Freeman ramped off the building and did a backflip and landed. He kept driving down the road and made sure there was no zombies around because he did not have a weapon. The countrysides were nice and the plants were singing and the birds and the sun was almost down from the top of the sky. The mood was set for John Freeman's quest to help his brother where he was. John Freeman looked around the countrysides and said, "It's a good day to do what has to be done by me and help my brother defeat the enemies." John Freeman was late, so he had to drive really fast. A cop car was hidden nearby, so when John Freeman went by, the cops came and wanted to give him a ticket. Here, John Freeman saw the first monster because the cop was possessed and he had head crabs. "I can't give you my license, officer," John Freeman said. "Why not?" said the head crab officer back to John Freeman. "Because you are head crab zombie." So John Freeman shot the officer in the head and drove off thinking, "My brother is in trouble there," and went faster. John Freeman had to go faster like the speed of sound and got there fast because Gordon needed him where he was. John Freeman looked at the road signs and saw Ravenholm with someone's hand writing under it saying, "You shouldn't come here." So John Freeman almost turned around but heard screaming like Gordon, so he went faster again. John Freeman drove in and did another flip and jumped off his motorbike, and the motorbike took out some headcrab zombies in front of John Freeman. John Freeman smiled and walked fast. John Freeman then looked on the ground and found weapons, so he picked it up and fired fast at zombie ghosts in front of a house. John Freeman said, "Zombie ghosts, leave this place." And the zombie ghost said, "But this is our house." And John Freeman felt sorry for them because they couldn't live there anymore because they were zombie ghosts. So he blew up the house and killed the zombie ghosts so they were at peace. Then John Freeman, hold on. Sorry. Then John Freeman heard another scream from his brother, so he kept walking really faster to get where he was. Raven Holden was nothing like the countrysides. There were no birds singing when the plants were dead, and Ted Dirt was messy and bloody from head crabs. When John Freeman got to where the screaming was started from, he found his brother Gordon Freeman fighting the final boss. And Gordon said, "John Freeman, over here." So John Freeman went there to see where Gordon Freeman was fighting. John Freeman fired his bullets from Tech gun really fast, and the bullets went and shot the final boss in the eyes, and the final boss couldn't see. Gordon Freeman said, "It's time to end this once and for all," and punched the final boss in the face, and the final boss fell. John Freeman said, "Thanks, I could help, bro." And Gordon Freeman said, "You should come here earlier next time," and they laughed. The laugh overed quickly though, because John Freeman yelled, "Look out, bro," and pointed up to the top of the sky. Gordon Freeman looked up and said, "No, John Freeman, run out of here as fast as you can." And John Freeman walked out real fast, out. John Freeman looked back and saw Gordon get stepped on by the next boss, and he was mad and angry. "I'll get you back, evil boss," John Freeman yelled at the top of his lungs. To be continued. It's a shame that they never continued this fan fiction, because this is one of the greatest pieces of Half-Life media ever written. It's a damn shame that it never like got finished. But that's not a creepypasta. That was a fun read though. I love reading that. It's just fun to read, you know? John Freeman was said 32 times. It doesn't sound like a word anymore. I know, right? I know. Hold on. Is there a way for me to fix my fucking leap motion? Because it's like driving me crazy how wonky it is right now. Okay, that's better. That's better. Wait, he yelled to be continued? No, he didn't. He did not yell to be continued. Okay, so back to the creepypasta wiki. This is a story called World of Winona. Published on February 2nd, 2021, rated 3.59 out of 10 from 98 boats. Okay. So, deaths, murders, and disappearances, madness, paranoia, and mental illness. High school murder paint. Okay. Let's see here. Hold on a sec. I need to clear my throat again. Okay. Winona. Okay, wait, hold on. I can't read it in my creepypasta voice. It's gonna kill me if I do that. I'll try to read it in my normal voice. Winona Worlds was the girl that everyone wanted to be. She had it all. Fantastic grades, excellent painting skills, great looks, popularity, and the most loving boyfriend one can have. Okay. Girls and boys envied her equally. Every day, she'd sashay down the halls, silently boasting about herself. She'd arrive in denim miniskirts and leopard pink crop tops. I thought she was in high school. Hair clips keeping her black bangs out of her face. And her relationship was one someone would kill for. Her boyfriend, Raymond, would buy her the pinkest camellias he could find. I'm sorry, but what high school boy is buying his girlfriend flowers? I've never seen that before in my fucking life. Are you kidding me? Anyway, she'd show up in the new clothes daily that he'd buy for her. And he buys her clothes? Okay. He was her king, and she was his queen. But of course, all beautiful things soon turn ugly and die. One fateful October day, Winona didn't come to school. In fact, nobody in her group came to school, not even Raymond. Where'd they go? They'd usually be runway walking down the school halls by 8:30, but it's 9:14. What happened to them? Even the teachers seem to be confused. Never have they seen a whole group of students go missing so fast. Mrs. Curtis, the math teacher, walked out into the hall. She stood in front of a group of kids outside of Winona's locker. "Get away from there," she demanded. She walked over to them, flailing her hands around while they fled. They turned mid-walk. "What's going on? Where is Winona?" asked one of the kids. Mrs. Curtis seemed distressed. She couldn't properly answer, while fixing the stickers that slowly peeled off of Winona's locker. She paused and licked her lips. "I can't say. Please, go back to class." They obeyed. They all separated to go to their classes, confused. She stood there, fixing all the stickers. One of the stickers with a heart, with Raymond inked into it. Seeing the sticker shattered her heart. Why? She rubbed her thumb against it, rubbing some of the ink accidentally. It seemed whoever wrote it had written it recently, as the ink wasn't dry. She walked back to her class, sorrowful. She knew something nobody else knew. But someone else was about to know. One of the children, Ashanti Westbrooks, had exited the school without Mrs. Curtis knowing. Pressing her small body against the cold school doors, she jogged away from the school, holding her backpack by one strap. She had a plan. She wanted to find out what happened to Winona. While running through the cold winter air, tears formed in her eyes from the freezing wind pushing against her face. It wasn't too much to cause any disruptions, but it was unpleasant. Her sneakers were slamming against the sidewalk pavement. She didn't even have a coat on. By now, Mrs. Curtis would have realized she was gone, but Ashanti didn't care. She slowed down a bit, knowing there was truly no reason to run. Walking through the empty street, her eyes were pacing back and forth from street to street. The houses looked so different, each telling a different story. It was calming, but eerie. The relaxation was soon killed when a large thud appeared out of nowhere. Ashanti's head zipped over to the origin of the sound, the woods. She was afraid, rightly so. What forest would make that noise naturally? None. She stood in fear, not knowing what to do. The thud noise came again, this time softer. Ashanti knew what she was about to do was risky, but she didn't let it stop her. She breathed in deep, stood up straight, and sprinted into the woods. Her feet splashed against the muddy puddles leading into the forest, staining her white jeans. Running deep into the woods, the trees were almost black. The green was barely there. The leaves brushed against her hair and shoulders, never touching her lower body. She was panting like a dog, and her arms were starting to cramp from the constant back and forth movement. She stopped running and almost fell, but caught her balance on a tree. By now, it was supposed to be third period, science class. She looked around, squinting her eyes. Her heartbeat was rapid, and she could hear it banging in her ears. Small drops of water, left on the trees from the previous rain shower, were dripping on her. The thud appeared again. This time she didn't really react, just a slight flinch. But where was it coming from? What is it? Before she could even think, her eyes fixated on a warehouse. Yes, a warehouse. Why was there a warehouse in the middle of the woods? Not sure. She became excited, not even knowing why. Taking her hand off the tree, she wiped off her shirt from the small oak pebbles on it and ran towards the warehouse. The puddles were drying up. She felt lighter than usual. She made it to the warehouse, barely breathing. Whilst trying to catch her breath, she noticed something odd. There was a dark maroon stain on the door handle. The sight of it made her body itch. Not wanting to touch whatever it was, she pulled her backpack off her back and threw it on the floor. She reached her hand into the small pouch on her backpack and took out a small makeup wipe she took from her mom's purse. She wiped the handle, thinking it would disinfect whatever it was. After doing so, she put her backpack back on and paused. "Are you really going to do this?" she thought to herself. Thinking for a moment, she nodded slightly and opened the door. The noise was loud. It was a slow creaky noise accompanied with a small thud while the door hit the wall behind it. The warehouse was dark. The halls were clean, but there were papers scattered on the floor. Walking inside, she closely examined the papers on the wall. There were sketches of a beautiful girl on them. She looked just like Winona, but slightly different details. Admiring the pictures, she started to smell a strong odor. It wasn't bad, but it was odd. She became curious and wandered deeper into the area. The odor confusingly got softer, to the point where she almost couldn't smell it. With this, she noticed something weirder. The pictures on the walls began to get more and more distorted. They were still recognizable as a girl, just not necessarily Winona. This creeped her out, so much so that she almost lost track of what she was doing. She got herself together and turned to the left. It was one of the worst mistakes she's ever made. In the room she had just walked in was possibly the most unsettling sight a child can see. There, covered in a mix of paint, what she assumed to be red paint, was Winona Worlds. She was completely drenched in dried and wet paint. She was sitting on a wooden stool, arching her back, holding a paintbrush in her hand. She was slowly adding details onto her painting of a pretty girl. Suddenly, she snapped. She stood up, picked up a paint bucket, and threw the full bucket onto the canvas, staining it with orange paint. The sight was almost cinematic, beautiful to be honest. Then, Ashanti realized the sad truth. The woman she was drawing was her. She was throwing paint at her self-portrait because she couldn't bear to look at herself anymore. Winona dug her fingers into her hair, pulling herself by her black locks and slapping herself. She turned around and kicked a bucket over, splashing pink paint all over Ashanti. Ashanti screamed in fear. Winona looked up, deranged. Her makeup was smudged, and she had black eyeshadow plastered on her face. The sight was horrifying, but what was more horrifying was the second realization Ashanti made. Looking closer at the seemingly red paint all over Winona, she noticed something off. The smell coming from her was not the scent of just paint. It was blood. There was blood all over Winona Worlds. Ashanti didn't waste any time. She shrieked and ran off. She didn't know if Winona was chasing her, but she didn't care. Her small feet were slapping against the hard pavement, the brightness of light outside getting nearer. She fell out the door, quickly getting back on her feet, but the escape wasn't very easy. She felt a firm, strong hand grasp onto her backpack, pulling her back. She screamed and yelled, begging Winona to let her go. Her legs were flailing back and forth, a desperate attempt to flee, but Winona wouldn't budge. She dug her nails deep into Ashanti's leg, so deep that blood came out almost instantly. Ashanti screamed in pain. Winona pressed her face against Ashanti's cheek, whispering into her ear, "You're a nosy, stupid bitch, and you deserve to die," she hissed. Ashanti cried out, both in fear and pain. Ashanti began rapidly slapping against Winona's face, causing Winona to drop her. She started to limp away, dodging all of Winona's attacks. She grabbed her shoe off her foot and threw it at her, but Winona didn't stop chasing her. Eventually, Winona grabbed Ashanti again and lifted her up against a tree by her neck, choking her. Winona's pupils were dilated, and her smile was devilish, and she had sanpaku eyes. Very specific. She had completely lost her mind. Winona slashed her manicured nails against Ashanti's cheek, causing the little girl to scream out in pain. She threw Ashanti on the floor, knowing she wouldn't be able to get up with her torn thigh. She towered over Ashanti, paint bucket in hand. She was prepared to smash the little girl's head in with it. "You should have stayed in school," she muttered. Ashanti was hyperventilating at this point, so much that Winona started to become confused. Soon, Ashanti was grasping her chest. Winona dropped the bucket in shock. By the looks of it, she didn't have to do any work. Ashanti slowly stopped breathing and fell limp. Her tiny hand still grasped into her unicorn shirt. From this, it seemed she had an asthma attack and died. Okay, Standing dumbfounded, Winona slowly walked over to Ashanti's supposed corpse. Are you dead?" she asked. She had a slight grin on her face, thinking that she had succeeded. In seemingly a second, Ashanti woke. The quickness of it was too much for Winona to comprehend fast enough. Without thinking, Ashanti grabbed a stick nearby and shoved it right into Winona's temple. The entire incident was so fast. It was as if time stopped for a second and then fast-forwarded. Ashanti let go of the stick quickly, crawling backwards. Blood began to drip from the side of Winona's head, seeping down the stick. The sight was gruesome, but Ashanti couldn't look away. She was seemingly fascinated. Winona fell to her knees, rolling her eyes back before falling limp. Winona Worlds, the all-American girl next door, was now dead. Ashanti got up, holding her withered thigh, and began to limp away. There was nobody near to help, but she didn't need anyone. She was strong. She killed someone all on her own. Many questions are asked, and some are left unanswered. But the biggest one people have is, why did Winona snap? What made her do such a thing? Why was she all alone in a warehouse painting herself? Turns out, it's because her boyfriend had been whoring around with her best friend. It's devastating, but enough for murder? No. Now by murder, I mean the one she committed. The bodies of Raymond Willis and Aubrey Lanks were found completely decimated in Winona's closet. The hiding spot was so terrible, and the limbs were scattered everywhere. It seems she was in a big hurry to get them hidden because she knew what she had done. The walls were splashed with paint and blood, printed out pictures of Winona and Raymond scattered on the wall. The smell was awful, blood and paint mixed together. The warehouse where Winona went buck wild in is now a touring spot. Students from her school went over there to gawk at the pictures she glued onto the wall. The canvas was the biggest touring spot. People would gather around and take pictures of the paint-splattered canvas, but they couldn't touch it. They didn't mind the smell, the horrible, disgusting smell. Shrines of Raymond, Aubrey, and Ashanti are located in the gym. They're there to honor them. Raymond and Aubrey in remembrance, and Ashanti for her bravery. Winona Worlds is now a common name in history. The Regina George ripoff who butchered her friends. A credit to Eileen Zare. Okay, so that's it. That's it. First of all, there's a lot to really get into in this. It feels like the person was trying to do the whole oh, I'm going to make really long descriptive, hold on, sentences, but they just don't work. Not only that, so here's the thing. What popular girl, high school popular girls, they don't paint. They're not artistic. I have never in my entire life, not to be weird about it, but I've never met a prep who has any artistic ability at all. You know what I'm saying? They play sports. They have social skills, not necessarily artistic skills. I've never met a popular girl who could draw, is what I'm trying to say. So first of all, that's my biggest issue with the story. You're telling me that the girl who wears denim miniskirts and leopard pink crop tops is a really good painter? That's bullshit, first of all. That's bullshit. This was a high school, and then this one was pretty bad, actually. I can see why people gave it 3.59 out of 10. They can write, the author can write, but they're just not very good at it. They definitely need practice. And also, why would the teacher know what happened? 3.5, yeah, 3.5 is kind of hot. No, it's out of 10. 3.5 out of 10, I should say. Yeah. Because it said the teacher, it implied the teacher knew what happened, but why would the teacher know? It doesn't go into that. Also, why does it describe Ashanti as a little girl wearing a unicorn shirt when she's in high school? Why? I mean, I get that there's like small people like of various body types in high school, but that seems like a little weird. How would a thigh cut cause asthma? That's another one too. I mean, I guess it's implied that she got like so scared that she had an asthma attack. I guess you could say that. But like, how did Ashanti know? How did she know? This is not very good. This is not a very good one. All right. I mean, it had potential, but just it wasn't very good. You know what actually might be a little bit more interesting? Oh, this one. Hold on. Hold on. I need to cough it out. Let me, you know, I'm gonna read. So here's another one I found. This one's a bit longer. This one has 3.51 out of 10. I don't know if I'm gonna read the whole thing. I might read like the first couple paragraphs and decide if I want to continue with it. This one is called The Blue Meteor, published on June 21st, 2019. With the tags apocalyptic and dystopian, dreams and nightmares, monsters, creatures and cryptids, religion and spirituality, science fiction and aliens. Space and cosmic horrors, strange and unexplained alien invasions, aliens, apocalypse, apocalyptic, Armageddon, comets, creatures and dreams, the ending of the world, end times, invasions, John B. Harris. Meteors, prophecies, religion, religious space, strange symbiotes, unexplained visions. That's a lot. I guess I'll just start and see if I want to continue with it. Written by John B. Harris, by the way. Copyright to John B. Harris. Don't sue me, bro. I'm not making any money off of this. I promise you. Do I build Legos? I haven't built a Lego since I was a kid, actually. You know, when I was a kid, so I went to this summer camp that had like a lot of Legos. Like they had like a room, like a Lego room, right? Where you could just build stuff with Legos. And one of the things they had was this like huge like bucket, like a huge like bins of Legos, just like unsorted, completely unsorted bins of Legos. And so what I would do and what I would try to get other people to do was like build a Lego hotel. Like I would build a room, like a little square, like 5x5 room, right? Out of Legos. And then someone would build one on top of it. And then someone else would build their room on top of that one. And it became like a really tall, like 10 foot, not 10 foot because we were kids, like 5 foot tall tower of Legos. And eventually it would fall. Some people would break it on purpose. But like, that's probably like the last time I built something off of Legos. The John B. Harris, writer of the Divergent series. Did John B. Harris write the Divergent series? I have no idea. I don't know. Oh, you saw the General Grievous Lego? Yeah, I mean, I love General Grievous, so that's why I wanted that Lego set. I would say I'm pretty good at building things. So yeah, that one on the throne. It's expensive because it's not in production anymore. So, you know, it is what it is. No, it's a Lego kit. It's a kit. Unless I can find a used one off of eBay. I should probably check eBay for a used one too. It just says John B. Harris. Let me check the comments. Does anyone say like... Let's see. Oh, is this a political story? Oh, hold on. This story might be... Oh, I think this might be a political story. I don't think I should read this, actually. I don't think I should read this because people in the comments are saying it's like a political thing. You know what might actually be better? Is reading SCP entries. Reading SCP entries, I think, would be more fun than doing like bad creepypastas. Let's see. Joke SCPs. We'll read joke SCPs. I want to change the Twitch title now. Reading joke SCPs. Okay, unless like does the SCP community have like the same thing that like the creepypasta community does, where it's like if you read their story without like contacting the original author, they're gonna like come after you or whatever? Is it some bullshit like that? I don't really care. They can come after me. I don't give a fuck. Nah, okay. Cause like
people do like SCP readings on YouTube all the time. Grimmy reads it all the time. Okay, if Grimmy does it, then it's fine. Reading joke CP entries and drinking vodka. You know what actually I was thinking of, speaking of reading? Not really speaking of reading, but I was thinking of trying a dynamic mic, because I'm using a HyperX Quadcast right now, which is a good mic. It's a decent mic for what it is, but the problem is that it is a condenser mic and it picks up so much background noise. Like, I have NVIDIA Broadcast turned up all the way because otherwise it'll just pick up like way too much noise. And so I put like a dynamic mic on my wish list because I've been watching a lot of videos. I have noise suppression on, yeah. And I have this thing, like the gain turned like down to 50% as well, but it's like, it's crazy sensitive. Like, I don't even know, like, they're insane. Because I've heard of this brand called Fifine, I think is what they're called. And they make like really, like relatively inexpensive mics that have gotten really good reviews. Like, I've been watching a bunch of reviews on YouTube for this one Fifine mic, and they're saying that it's like a competitor, like a direct competitor to the SM7B, which is pretty crazy because it's only like a $75 mic. And if it's like almost as good as the SMB, like I might as well see if I can pick one up, you know? Ugh. You know what? I put 2 shots of vodka in this drink, and I mean, I feel like a little buzzed, but I don't really feel like that, like crazy buzzed. Honestly, I think my tolerance is just, up from all the fucking soju and the chuhai I used to drink, you know? I have a condenser mic, but I have hardware and VSTs that fix up my voice and keep the noise suppressed. Yeah, like NVIDIA Broadcast is great. NVIDIA Broadcast is great. I have some friends who edit and voice act. Can I ask for recommendations? Okay, I know nothing about microphones. Extra fuzzy. I know nothing about microphones. I've just been watching like some videos about, oh, you can ask for some recommendations. Oh, that's what you're saying. Okay. I'm okay. Like, I've been watching a lot of videos. I was thinking about doing because like, I don't like, my main thing about wanting a dynamic is that dynamics don't pick up as many background noise. Like, because you kept saying the dogs are barking. Oh, it didn't pick up the dogs barking because they were barking right outside my room. Yeah, that's the power of NVIDIA Broadcast turned up all the way. If you have a NVIDIA GPU, highly recommend that. Because like, I watched the video of comparing like the Fifine mic to like the one I have right now, and the difference was crazy. Because I do have a lot of background noise, which is why I need to turn it up all the way. Because the video I watched, the guy had the fan on in the background and he was speaking in the microphone and I heard nothing. And I was like, okay, I need a dynamic, like, because my clicky clack, because I'm on a laptop too, like clicky clacky sounds, clicky mouse sounds. So I think it might be a good idea, because the main issue I think is with a lot of dynamics is that they need to be like close to your mouth in order to work, which is fine because I have a mic stand that was gifted to me. Was it you, Inigo, who gifted me the mic stand? It was someone in chat who gifted me the mic stand. I am so sorry that I don't remember off the top of my head. Let me just double check. Because I feel bad now. But, oh, bro, Beef, hello. Glad you could make it. Let me check here. Who gifted me the mic stand? It was Flair. Flair gifted me the mic stand. It was Flair. Flair gifted me the mic stand. Which is great. It's like a cheap one off of Amazon. And like, I keep my mic like literally right below my mouth anyway, so it's not that big of an issue. Let me try turning the sensitivity down a little bit more. Yeah, like it doesn't need to be like that high. But you know, I figured like I can try like a little dynamic mic and see how that does. Cause I think I was looking at like some of the audio technical ones, because the thing is I don't have an XLR. I'm USB microphone. Which I know obviously is not the best quality, but I'm on a laptop. I don't think I could do XLR on a laptop anyway. Maybe in the future when I get a desktop, I will get like an XLR interface, but I don't really feel like I need it right now. You know, like I don't do shit like this that often. So like the voice acting, recording thing isn't really that. A stream without the noise reduction would be funny. Oh God, you can on a laptop, you just need the space. I do have the space, but I also don't want to pay for an XLR. I don't really, like, I wouldn't even know how to use it, because it's like really all I do is I turn the gain up, or I tap to mute on the mic. That's really the only thing I do with it. Like, I don't know if there would be a quality, like there would be more quality probably, but I don't know if it would be like that noticeable for people, you know? Because especially because like I'm just gaming most of the time. I'm not doing a lot of like talk. I mean, I do talk, but like I don't do stuff like this a lot. Anyway, let's see. Joke SCPs. Unidentified muffin creature. Jeff. Have I heard the Jeff one before? Have I heard this one before? Let me check. I like Jeff when it's spelled with a G. Something about that is very interesting. Yeah, an audio interface is useful for instruments or like recording. Like, it's kind of wild to me that like people who are just doing basic like VTuber stuff, like they're not making music or anything, or they're not doing voice acting, have like an XLR. Like, what do you need that for? Like, I don't really understand. I mean, I don't know. Some people like it, but like to me, it doesn't really matter. You do all this on a laptop? Oh yeah. Yeah, I'm a laptop streamer. What I would like to do, and what I've been thinking about doing, when like, cause like I know I said I would never do like a donathon or like a streamathon or whatever, anything like that. But I'm thinking that maybe the next time my parents go on like a vacation, you know, for a couple days, I might do like a 2 or 3 day thing just to see like how it would work. But I don't know if keeping my laptop on for 3 days straight is a good idea. Like, I think it would be a fun way to like fundraise like for a computer, but I'm also worried that like doing that would burn out my laptop, you know? Keeping it on for like 3 days would completely burn it out. That's what I'm the most worried about. You have 2 interfaces. Wow, okay, but if you do music stuff, then it makes sense. If you do music stuff, then it's fine. Yeah, an XLR is noticeable for people who like are super like into audio stuff, you know? What laptop do I use? I use an Asus ROG Zephyrus G... Is it a G14 or a G15? I think it's a G... I think it's a G14. It was like the 2020... I think it was the 2021 model. It's a gaming laptop, yeah. Oh, you have a Lenovo IdeaPad. I know nothing about Lenovo's. It's a 15.6, so it's not huge, but it's not really small either. It has a 3090 and a Ryzen 7 in it, so I do quite like it. It was like a little bit less than $2,000, but I think it's a G15. Yeah, okay, G15. That makes sense then. It's a G15. I quite like it. I'm thinking of taking it to my friend who has like his own like PC repair business, just to like not get a tune-up, but just to make sure everything is running smoothly when I go back to Japan. Because like I do not want this thing, like I've been using it for over a year now, so because I got it specifically for streaming. 8 GB RAM and the Ryzen 3. Oh, okay. Yeah. How did you like the Death Stranding 2 trailer? Oh my god, extra fuzzy. Kojima mind broke me again. I had like a full-on mental breakdown watching it the first time, and watching it the second time I started crying. It was... if I watch it again, I'm gonna have another fucking breakdown, dude. Kojima, he did it again, that bastard. He did it again. Yeah, go check my Twitter. Go check my Twitter if you want to see what that did to me. Yeah, my nice little computer. You probably need a fan cleaning. I did try to clean the fans not too long ago. Yours can still play Ace Combat 7. Okay. Because, like, I actually did upgrade... Oh, God, that looks so fucking weird. I was just wiping my nose. I did, what was I gonna say? You're distracting me. You distracted me with the fucking jongleur. God fucking damn it. What was I gonna say? My hand was helicopter. Yeah, because I have the leap motion on, and the leap motion can be kind of jank sometimes. Do I repaste mine? What? I have a laptop. I don't even know how to go about doing. Oh, I remembered what I wanted to say. I did add an extra RAM stick, so now I have like, I think 24 of RAM. I don't think you can change this thermal paste on a laptop, Reaper. I don't think you can do that. Don't spoil anything in the trailer because I haven't beaten the first. Okay, then you don't watch the trailer then, People Are Tasty. If you haven't beaten the first game, don't watch the trailer because it does kind of like, it is spoilers. It is spoilers. Just to let you know. But I have to live with the fact that the jongleur is now my husband, and you know, it's been kind of like, it's very hard to, like, what would you do if your husband just came home wearing Joker makeup one day? What would you do? What would you do? Even if he's like imaginary, what would you do if your imaginary husband and or wife came back wearing the Joker makeup? I mean, okay, I know it's not the Joker makeup. I know it's not the Joker. I know it's the Crow or whatever the fuck, but I don't know the Crow. I know the Joker. So whatever. Divorce. Divorce, obviously. So you better say, I'm the Joker, baby. Clown on her? Oh, God. I just hope there's a scene where he takes the makeup off. I just hope there's a scene where he takes it off. Because if he has it on for I had to get, okay, I had to get used to the forehead tattoos. The forehead tattoos were something I had to get used to. But the Joker makeup, that's like, I don't know. Do I want to put a pig? I don't, should I? No, because People Are Tasty. No, it would be a spoiler for People Are Tasty if I showed him the jongleur. Actually, would it be? If you don't know who the jongleur is, then it's fine. Like a normal girl would do. I was like getting upset earlier because I was trying to find the image that his eye makeup is based off of. And I know it's an image from, it's specifically like 80s makeup. I'm 90% sure. And I was looking at 80s makeup. I was looking at David Bowie makeup. I was looking at fucking Depeche Mode makeup. And I couldn't find it. And I swear to Christ, I've seen that exact style of eyeliner before. He's not copying it. He's referencing it from an image. Or like some kind of it's some kind of editorial makeup thing. And I don't remember where it's from. And it's driving me crazy. So I've been like checking the tags obsessively like every day to see if someone else has like figured it out. He's referencing something. I know he is. I was also thinking it could have been like Grace Jones makeup, but I couldn't find any pictures of Grace Jones with that kind of eye makeup on, even though it would look like really good on her. But if only I could remember. If only I could remember. It's probably a movie. You're probably right. It's definitely a movie. Okay, this is like a short article. This is SCP-008-J. Object Class, Euclid. All attempts to contain SCP-008-J have met with failure for apparently unrelated reasons. However, SCP-008-J repeatedly returns to Foundation sites seemingly unintentionally. SCP-008-J has been registered as an SCP on a probationary basis, until Commander Price is able to prove that it possesses anomalous properties. SCP-008-J is a 23-year-old Caucasian male who answers to the name of Jeff, who by a series of seemingly non-anomalous coincidences frequently gains access into high-security areas of Foundation sites without intent or knowledge. SCP-8-J resists containment by similar means. Below is a list of SCP-8-J sightings. In all instances, Commander Price is the first staff member to encounter SCP-8-J. No evidence has been found to suggest that this isn't just another coincidence. Incident 008/1. Description: SCP-8-J was hired for his expertise as an electrician to repair the lights at Stephanie's Classy Posies, the florist which acts as a front for the redacted site.
Due to a minor containment breach, the shop was unstaffed when SCP-8J arrived. Moments later, SCP-8J was found aimlessly wandering the halls of the redacted site's restricted corridors. Transcript. Commander Price, talking over the radio. All right, Alpha Team, spread out on the south corridor and make as much noise as possible. Beta, try to get the jump on it. Knockout gas is for a last resort only. We all know what this thing is like when it's sleepy. SCP-8J, hey, excuse me? Commander Price, who the hell are you? All right. Oh, is he British? I think he's British. All right, mate. I'm Jeff. I'm here to fix the lights. Sorry, there's no one in the shop. No one in the... How did you get back here? I walked. There are 3 ID card readers right between here and the shop. Right, yeah, look, mate. I've got 5 other people to see today. Do you want me to have a look at your lights or not? He could be Aussie. I'm kind of mixing the accents too. SCP-8J was placed in the custody of Agent Redacted while the containment breach was suppressed. However, Agent Redacted suffered a fatal aneurysm moments later, prompting SCP-8J to return to Stephanie's classy posies, call for an ambulance, and leave a note instructing Commander Price to contact him when he is ready to have his lights repaired. Yeah, he could be Aussie. Oh, you know what I was also... Like, did you guys see that there's a new SCP game that's coming out? I think it came out, actually. I saw it on my Twitter feed. It looks cool, but I am too much of a pussy to play it. I am way too much of a baby to play it. I think it's on itch.io. Let me check. Let me check. I think it's on itch.io. Buckshot Roulette. No, that's not it. Okay, let me... I swear to God it was on here. No, not 5K. It just came out. Let's see. I literally... Oh my God. I saw it on... Was it... Oh, SCP Contamination. It was a demo. SCP Contamination. SCP Contamination. A body footage game based off of Site 19, where they keep all the fucked up crazy shit. Please wishlist the game on Steam to be the first to know when it launches in 2024. I don't... Because, like... I'm a baby, right? It looks really fucking cool. But, like... Oh, like, there's this video of, like, the Shy Guy coming out and, like... It looks fucking cool, but I don't know if I could play this. I don't know if I could do this. Body cam style found footage, night vision camera mode, underwater sections, oh dear God. Vaulting and mantle systems, first person perspective, different SCP to discover, SCP universe lore, story driven narrative adventure, interactable objects, Unreal Engine 5. Fake creepypasta fan, hello, welcome in. Your name inspired me to do a bad creepypasta reading. That's what I was doing earlier, but now we're on to like SCP shit now. Yeah, it's Unreal Engine 5, and as we've all seen, Unreal Engine 5 is kind of like unreally good. Like, it's kind of fucking crazy. Like, what was that game that just came out? Don't Scream? That one was super realistic. This looks really realistic. I'm kind of scared. I don't... Okay, like, now that I'm drunk, I want to play it, but I think if I did, I would probably just, like, have a meltdown on stream. You're an SCP fan? Good, good. You're in good company then. Yeah, the collaborative effort of it is so good. Like, I wonder if I could get Meredith to play it, actually. Because I wonder if Meredith likes SCP. I'll have to ask her. She might like it. I'll have to send it to her. Okay. So, next one. Incident 2. Hold on. Okay, had to clear my throat. SCP-J is seen at the Redacted City Foundation carpentry front. Super craftsmanship protocols. After requesting to use the on-site laboratories, SCP-8J mistook the directions given to him and made his way through a door in the site's containment facility. The electronic lock had recently been destroyed by an agent of the Chaos Insurgency, who began hacking into the Foundation's mainframe moments after SCP-8J's arrival. Shy Guy and Plague Doctor are my favorite. My favorite is actually, I never remember the numbers. The Red Sea object, that is actually my favorite. Because, like, the story... Have you read the story, what's his name? Lord Blackwood in the Land of the Unclean. That is my favorite SCP story. I love that story. I listen to that story, like, all the time. It's, like, my fucking favorite story. And, like, I don't know, just, like, the Red Sea object. There's just, like, so much, like, in that world that was made. And I want to know more about that world. Like, there's actually a new game coming out. It's on my Steam wish list right now. What is it called? That's, like, inspired by the Red Sea object. Let me check. What is it called? What is it called? Sleepless? Or am I thinking of something else? Hold on. Strange Shadow. It's by a Japanese developer. I think there's a trailer of it out, but it's basically like, if you look at it and you've read the story or you like know of the SCP, you will immediately understand like that. You will see the inspiration. Like, it looks like an Unreal Engine 5 project, but just like, oh, I just love the idea of it. It's my favorite. Okay. Transcript. All right, people, I want this site on lockdown and every room powered down but this one. If that stolen data gets transmitted, it's all our asses on the... Hey man, long time no see. What the? Don't you work at a florist? How did? Looks like you're busy. Sorry, I got lost on my way to the gents. This is a top secret military installation. How the hell do you keep doing this? You don't make a lot of sense. Anyone ever tell you that? Anyway, I mentioned the gents because I've kinda got to pee. Couldn't be a pal and point me in the right direction, could you? While personally leading SCP-8J to a containment cell, Commander Price was confronted by the Chaos Insurgency agent and both were taken hostage under the threat of detonating a handheld explosive. Once clear of the facility, the agent was extracted by car leaving Commander Price to attempt to capture SCP-8J at gunpoint before being arrested by local authorities, allowing SCP-8J's escape. And then there's another one. SCP Redacted began to show signs of awakening from its 2,000 years of hibernation. Because of his nautical combat experience, Commander Price is relocated to the Redacted site beneath the Atlantic Ocean overlooking the fissure in which SCP Redacted resides. This means by which SCP-8J came to be at the site are unknown. Alright people, it's go time. I want suppressing fire on this thing now. Neptune Squadron, hit it with everything you've got. If this thing gets one claw on the surface then... Hey, I remember you. Fuck. Can you help me out? I'm a bit turned around. I'm trying to get to Grays Street. We're 3,000 meters under the fucking ocean. Well, that explains why my map won't load. Who the flaming Christ are you? Jeff, remember? Hey, are you on Facebook? I feel like I keep running into you. We should be friends. Due to the absence of holding sites on site Redacted, SCP-8J was secured in an escape pod since departure is permitted only with a passcode or ID card. However, after the site suffered a blow from the SCP Redacted, the escape pod malfunctioned and launched from the facility, failing to collide with 17 of SCP Redacted's active tentacles before progressing to open waters. SCP-8J was lost at sea and presumed dead, until 2 days later when Commander Price received a Facebook request from SCP-8J along with a message which read, "Sorry about the pod, I left it somewhere in Florida. Hope you get back okay." Oh, that's a fun one. I like that one. Let's see. What Keter? I don't see any Keter. A fork. A fork, okay. When was this one written? Does it say when these are written? It doesn't. Okay, this is a short one. SCP-014, Object Class Keter. SCP-014's holding cell is to remain locked at all times. Personnel of sufficient clearance, as determined by Faculty Administrator, may be admitted to view SCP-14 after submitting a formal request 3 weeks in advance. Anyone handling SCP-14 must undergo Special Precautionary Protocol 014-2. All personnel exposed to SCP-14 must be subsequently subjected to a 48-hour quarantine and psychological evaluation. After exposure, common sense dictates that one should wash their hands. SCP-14 takes the form of an antique dinner fork, well worn and as near as can be estimated not cleaned since the 1890s. The object is fashioned from the electroplated nickel-silver typical of the suspected period of its manufacture, and the rightmost tine is bent, redacted, degrees outward. Brown stains and mold adorn the prongs and pits of the decorative parts of the handle. Analysis of this material seems to indicate that SCP-14 was last used on some sort of beef. Bro, beef, you know anything about this? SCP-14 was moved to this facility in the early 1970s and seems, for all intents and purposes, to be an extremely mundane dinner fork. It is... Sorry. It is... If it is possessed of any extraordinary qualities, these are known only to those in the very highest echelon of this project's coordinators, whose representatives assure us that SCP-14 is, quote, very important. Officers who have spent time alone with SCP-14 are unanimous in their appreciation that the object is of great significance, hence its continued presence at this site, though no one can quite say why. See Testimony Major Redacted, February 1972. No tests on SCP-14 are authorized. Any personnel observed attempting to compromise SCP-14 in any way are to be terminated at once. Note, I request that we have this SCP decommissioned immediately. It's too dangerous to be kept alive. Agent Spoon. Request denied. There is no evidence of any immediate threat. Yeah, Cooks, hello. We moved on from creepypastas to SCPs. Although SCPs, I think these are a little bit harder. Hold on. These are harder to read because they use more like big words. SCP-14. Oh, this is like the joke SCP. This is like, oh, I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying. This is a fork that is Keter object class, which doesn't make any sense, but you know, whatever. It's a joke. SCP's good writing equals redacted. You're kind of right about that though. Like all the good SCPs have like half of their shit redacted. It's kind of crazy. Let's see. Is there like a newer one? If I scroll down, is that the newer ones? Let's see. You should read some R No Sleep. So here's the thing about that. R No Sleep, they're super anal about people who use their content. Like they are super fucking anal about that. Like I think I've talked about this on stream before. They have literally have like a blacklist that they will put you on if you read a story without the express permission of the author. And it's like, that is like so much, I don't want to have to deal with that bullshit. Like I would love to do that. I would love to do that, but they're like really weirdly like, oh, you have to talk to the author and get permission from them. Otherwise you're like scamming them or being a bad person and infringing on their copyright. And it's like, whoa, I'm not making money off of this, dude. I'm just reading it for like the hell of it, dude. They'll mail a pipe bomb to your house. Yeah, basically. I don't want to upset the r/no sleep community. Because I remember that was like a thing like some years ago. You guys remember Jenna Marbles? No, she's not dead. I shouldn't say rest in peace. She got in a lot of hot water with them for like reading some no sleep stories on her podcast. And they got like super fucking mad about it. They like tried to cancel her over it. It was crazy. It was crazy. Ooh. Wait, actually, this one might be kind of cringe. Let me see. Is this one kind of cringe? No, this one's cute, but it's not really that interesting. Yeah, exactly. You posted it to a public fucking forum. It's one thing if it's published works. You posted it to a public forum. Like, they're like Nintendo. Yeah, they're like, I mean, like, there's nothing they can really do. Like, it's not like this, because it's like, they don't have lawyers, but they can just, like, get really mad at you and try to, like, make a big, like, oh, this person did a bad thing. This person gets negative karma now. Like, they do Reddit things, you know? They do Reddit things, and it's like, I don't want, like,
angry Redditors breathing down my fucking neck, dude. I don't want to deal with that. Jesus Christ. Let's see. Lots of pasta. This could be an interesting one. Oh, this is interesting. Item SCP-41-D3N73J. Object class. Worst. Special containment procedures. I don't know. Seriously, just whatever. They're in a room. They're not hurting anyone. I guess if one of them gets sassy, just boil it in water and be done with it. For real. I had them install a stove and sink in the room just for that because there's no oversight in this department. Also, you're not supposed to eat them. But if you want to live life on the edge, I'm not going to stop you. Description. SCP-41-D3N73J is a shelf of sapient boxes of pasta, all unfortunately capable of speech. There's linguine, capellini, mostacioli, penne, probably spaghetti and angel hair too, I don't know. I got bored of listening to them and gave up checking each box. They all speak English in a frankly offensive and exaggerated Italian accent. It's pretty insulting, especially when you consider my parents were Italian immigrants. Yeah, thanks for assigning this one to me, knowing that my mom died 4 months ago. Really cool. SCP-41-D3N73J instances are not capable of movement and mostly spend their time arguing with each other in their Looney Tunes-esque vernacular, which usually lacks any semblance of sense continuity or just general logic. I did some science, and the result is that SCP-41 whatever is the dumbest goddamn thing we've ever contained. See the interview below. Try to make the language as accurate as possible so the insensitivity really shines through. Hello, I am Dr. Fattore. May I ask you a few questions? Oh my goodness, of course you may. Yeah, Jesus, yeah, okay, what is your earliest memory? Let me think about that one. I think it was when my mama made me a big old spicy meatball. Or maybe it was when my papa first brought me to church. I was a very young boy and I just had turned 3 years old. Had eaten my first cannoli. Okay, so I'm just gonna rephrase the question a bit. Sounds good. Just stop, just stop it. I'm not doing anything. Why did you choose to be this way? What do you mean? Do you have free will? I don't really know. Your accent is dropping. I don't know what you talking about. Did you care at all when I boiled your neighbor? Did you miss rotini at all? My mama used to make a rotini sometimes. No, the box of rotini that was next to you. The one you used to have conversations with about Venice constantly. The one who wouldn't answer any of my questions and kept blathering about Mussolini. So I emptied his contents into a pot of boiling water, and now he doesn't seem to talk us so good anymore. I'm having an existential crisis. Sometimes I have a hard time with the notion that I'm ostensibly being paid $78 an hour to have conversations with things like you. $78 an hour? Shit, how do I sign up? I know what you mean. It's like when the pasta no come out al dente. Oh god damn it, that's why they designated you 41D. Unbelievable, some idiot probably thought that was hilarious. This place is run by... Mamma mia! Sound of a pasta box hitting a concrete wall. The peskiest of mumbling can be faintly heard. Addendum 1. So, I know I probably shouldn't be writing anything here or touching anything, but one of the boxes of pasta fell on the floor and was screaming in broken Italian, and Dr. Fattore wasn't in his office, just a crude dummy he put together to make it look like he was asleep at his laptop. So I put the pasta box back on the shelf, and it's just whimpering now about the trains running on time. Please don't fire me. Artie from Southeast Custodial Professionals. This is a good one. I like this one. This one is funny. Oh, I get it. 41DEN73. 41DEN. Okay, let me write this in the chat so you guys can see how funny this is. 41D3N73. Tell me what that says. Don't read the numbers. Think about it vaguely.
Get it? Get it? I like this one. This one's funny. Can I give it a higher rating, or do I have to log in? Oh, I have to log in. No, I don't want to make an account. That's a good one. I like this one. Class worst. That's a good one. That one's really funny. Are there any or like oh, here's another one. Ground beef. Italian out of 10. Is this one really long? What is this? It's called ground beef. No, this one is not what I thought it was going to be. Okay. Let's see. Oh, is this one in Braille? Wait, that's actually really cool. Is there like an SCP? Is this actually written in Braille? Yo, that's actually really cool. This entire SCP article is written in Braille. I can't read it, but that's actually really awesome. That's actually really cool. I can't read it though. Let's see. Turbo Shark Pulverizer 6000. This one, oh, this one's really long. I don't want to read this one. It's kind of long. Oh, is this another Italian one? Wait, hold on. How many Italian SCPs are there? Oh no, this isn't Italian. I'm stupid. This is Latin. Let's see. It was not actually a lewd SCP. It was actually like something else completely different. Let's see. Rusty the Wonder Dog. What's that? Okay, this could be interesting. Okay. SCP-4747-J. Object class safe. SCP-4747-J should be kept indoors with a secure animal enclosure at Site-20. Although SCP-4747-J appears to benefit from interaction with humans, for security and productivity reasons, this should be kept at a level commensurate with reasonable security practices as determined by the Security Director of Site-20. Minimal attention is otherwise necessary to prevent a containment breach, provided the SCP object does not come into contact with snow. SCP-4747-J should be provided with a source of water, 16 ounces of a 1-to-1 dry kibble mix and wet dog food per day, and walked as needed. Joints around the neck and non-flexible portions of the legs should be cleaned and lubricated once a month. When not being exercised, SCP-4747-J appears content to pace around its enclosure and sleep. For the protection of SCP-4747-J, any strings, yarn, or similar should be kept out of its enclosure. In the event of accidental containment breach due to exercise periods, personnel are encouraged to crouch low to the ground and make kissing noises while holding treats. Note that some individuals consider 4747-J cute. Extensive testing has uncovered no evidence that this is the result of an anomalous mimetic effect. Individuals who seriously believe themselves to be compromised by 4747-J's expression, behavior, or physical appearance, especially those eyes, should report to their site's psychologist for evaluation. Under no circumstances is 4747-J allowed to be outside when there is snow on the ground. In the event that this occurs, 4747-J will slowly walk forward in a straight line, discharging its energy weapons. Containment teams are instructed to maneuver around behind the SCP object, approach it stealthily from behind, and lift it by the torso until such time as its paws are no longer in contact with the ground. Although it is difficult to discourage 4747-J from at least attempting to go outside when snow is present, scolding seems a sufficient means of reprimand following such an incident. Description: 4747-J is an autonomous plastic entity superficially resembling an AT-AT from the Star Wars franchise of films crossed with a puppy. I love that. I love that. The word Rusty in a child's handwriting is written in permanent marker on a panel near the back of its torso. Although the torso, feet, and portions of joints on the legs appear rigid and appear more or less mechanical in nature, the head, tail, and the remainder of the legs are quite flexible and can appear organic in the right light. Morphological sex characteristics, if any, have not been discovered yet, but DNA suggests that the dog portions of the SCP object are male. When threatened or backed into a corner, or when allowed to walk outdoors when snow is on the ground, 4747J's fangs retract to reveal a tiny pair of turrets vaguely consistent with those shown on the AT-ATs in the Star Wars films. These weapons have been shown to be dangerous, but are usually non-lethal, resulting in, at worst, second-degree burns consistent with thermal exposure. Turrets fire as a pair in short, rapid bursts in response due to stress, or alternating in a slower, continual stream of shots while walking through the snow. Partial dismantling of SCP-4747J's torso cover exposes a flexible plastic underneath, similar to the material compromising the legs. Surgical exploration of the soft plastic reveals a network of hollow tubes continuously pumping blood throughout the body. Blood was DNA tested and determined to be a hitherto unidentified subspecies of the Canis lupus familiaris. Close examination of the turrets reveals no barrels or mechanisms. They appear to be molded from a solid piece of plastic consistent with the torso shell. 4747J has not been observed to urinate or defecate, but his flatulence is noted to be particularly offensive. This is, oh god. Hold on. I'm just wiping my nose. Recovery log. Oh, it was sad. It was really sad. Imagine a kid dying from cancer. Imagine a kid wishing for a puppy for Christmas more than anything, but getting some dumb Star Wars toy instead. The kid wishes on a star or something, maybe makes a deal with the devil or whatever, and presto, the toy is now a dog. Now 2 weeks later, the Foundation agents kick in the door, incapacitate both the kid's parents with tasers right in front of him, kick the kid in the junk and steal his dog. They also step on the kid's science fair project on the way out of the house as if out of spite. 3 days later, the kid, having lost the will to live, crawls to old Dan's grave and, shedding a single tear, breathes his last. He dies with his eyes still open, and his parents don't find the body for 3 days. It was like that, only way sadder. You should be ashamed of yourself. Yeah, why are they so mean? Why are they so mean? They stole this kid's Star Wars dog. What the fuck was up with that, dude? Like, come on, that's fucked up. That's a good one, though. This is a really good one. I like this one. That's great. That's a good one. Like, some of these joke entries are really good. Shout out to the agent who assaulted a terminally ill child. What is this one? This one... No, that one doesn't look so interesting. Normal Australian wildlife. Have I read this one before? Oh! Wait, this one is kind of... I think this one might be funny, though. Hold on. SCP-4297J. Object Class Apollyon. The Australian government is cooperating with the Foundation to contain SCP-4297J. Containment of 4297J is currently unfeasible due to its ubiquity throughout the continent, as well as its primary anomalous effect. Should SCP-4297J threaten civilian settlements, Mobile Task Force Tau-19, Apollyon Wannacracker, is tasked with luring them into uninhabited areas. Mobile Task Force Gamma-9, Vegemite, is responsible for maintaining the distribution of amnestic-laced foodstuffs to grocery stores throughout the Australian continent to ensure knowledge SCP-4927J fails to spread. Description: SCP-4297J is a designation for D. novae hollandiae, commonly known as emus. Instances of 4297J are capable of communicating amongst themselves and are highly intelligent. Instances of SCP-4297J typically utilize their beaks and feet to grasp and manipulate objects, often in conjugation with their claws. However, despite being observed by numerous members of MTF Gamma-9, this phenomenon has yet to be captured on video. SCP-4297-J is capable of using memetic, antimimetic, infohazardous, cognitohazardous, patahazardous, and data double expunged anomalies to thwart Foundation attempts to contain it. It is believed that SCP-4297-J could possess the capability to disguise itself as other organisms to conceal its presence. See Incident 4927-J.5. Instances of SCP-4297-J are capable of reproduction with other 4297-J instances or non-anomalous emus, generating eggs designated 4297-J-1, similarly to non-anomalous emus. 4927-J instances can each lay between 20 and 50 eggs per session, about 30 to 40% of which are fertilized and hatch new instances of 4297-J. Do SCP writers snort a thesaurus before writing? Honestly, yes, I think so. Let's see. The remaining instances of SCP-4297-J1 are unfertilized. Experimentation logs for 4927-J1 are available from Biological Site 231 cafeteria to all personnel between the hours of 0600 and 1200. 4297-J show great resistance to Foundation containment and extermination efforts. More recently, however, 4297-J instances— oh, I have to sneeze. Oh my god, I just sneezed like 3 times in a row. Holy crap. Actually, no, it's like 5 times in a row. Oh my god. You ever just sneeze so hard, it feels like your brain like got shaken around? That's what just happened to me. Oh my god. Where was I? Hold on. Oh, thank you, broiled beef. SCP-4297-J was discovered in 1932 when Australian soldiers were sent to aid farmers in an effort to clear the emu population from their land, only to be forced to return due to malfunctioning equipment, believed to be caused by a probability-altering effect. Suspecting foul play, the Foundation was contacted, attempted to— redacted, despite overwhelming superiority. Redacted, all-consuming— redacted, ARP beaks to viciously castrate— redacted, Australia's unconditional surrender. Incident 4927-J.5. On the 21st of October 1953, Foundation aerial reconnaissance discovered a previously undetected anomaly of emus numbering over 6,000 instances contained within a vast fence expanse in Western Australia, believed to have been run by an unknown GOI with hostile intent. In light of the imminent violation of the Veil Protocol, O5 Command voted 12-1 in favor of eliminating SCP-4297-J and GOI personnel using a 10 KT yield nuclear bomb. Operation Drowned Ratty was conducted with the cooperation of the GOC and the Australian government under the guise of British nuclear testing. Data expunged by order of O5 Command. Level 5 clearance confirmed. The SCP Foundation has issued a formal apology on to the former staff of Brian Ostrich Sanctuary. Containment procedures and further courses of action are currently under review. Oh, were you having connection issues, Extra Fuzzy? Oh god. Okay. I need to go to the bathroom. Hold on, I need a BRB. I need to go to the bathroom and I need to get some more, something to drink. So I'll be right back. Okay, I am back. I am probably going to, hold on, make sure this is on correctly. I am probably going to regret this in the morning. We're over here, right? I think, let me check. Yeah, here we are. Okay. Because like, I didn't want to get more vodka. I got more soju instead. And they always say that when you're drinking, you want to start like with the lower content and go higher. But the vodka, I think, has a higher alcohol content than soju because the soju is 12%, which is, I'm pretty sure, lower than the vodka. So I'm going from higher to slightly lower, which is never a good idea. Yeah, I have my water bottle here. Here, I'll drink some water right now. Hold on. Yeah. Why did my face tracking just turn off? Okay, we're back. Hello, welcome in. I don't know how you drink more than one of those. Water is a weird way to spell vodka. Oh, let's see here. What do we have next? That was a funny one. 6-foot man eating chicken. Angsty teenage plant. Let's do it. What is angsty teenage plant? How long is this? This is pretty short. Okay, hold on. I have to keep clearing my throat. I wish there was a way... I think I may have like a problem, but like, I don't know. Ronan is a teen. No, you're right. Because like, I have to clear my throat a lot. Not even when I'm streaming, but just like, I have like, I don't know if it's like post-nasal drip or something, because it's like my dad has the same problem where he has to clear his throat a lot too. I don't know if it's like a genetic thing. Oh, Cod, hello, welcome in. We've moved on from vodka to soju. What has been the funniest SCP so far? So the one I actually just read, the one with the pasta. God, what was it? Lots of pasta. SCP-41D3N73J. That one was pretty funny. Lots of pasta. I thought that was really silly. That one was a good one. Oh, Bigfoot. I'm not reading the rest of that, but thank you so much for the follow. Thank you. I'm glad you like pasta, Bigfoot. I'm glad you like pasta. Mom spaghetti. Oh, okay. SCP-333-J. Object class, safe, but grouchy in the mornings. Special containment procedures. SCP-333-J. You know what? This music, I'm not vibing with this music anymore, to be honest with you. I'm not vibing with this music. Let's see. Is there low chill study beats? Okay, hold on a second. Copyright free. I'm not vibing with this spookiness right now. We're not really doing spooky right now. Let's see. Okay, we'll do... Oh, wait, the Nintendo music. That might be funny, though. If we do the SCP with the Nintendo music. Hold on. This might actually be a funny idea. Let's start it from the beginning. Yeah, this could be silly. Oh, you have the same problem, Lumen? But Minecraft music might be DMCA, though. Like, that's the thing. I don't know if it is or not. I'm kind of scared to find out. Okay. SCP-333-J is to remain in the second floor Site 19 break room because it should really socialize more often. It is to be provided a terracotta plant pot. Yes, even though all its friends have plastic pots, there's nothing wrong with terracotta, and watered thrice a week with bottled water because tap water makes it even moodier. It is not allowed to be overnight outside no matter how much it thinks it doesn't need a jacket. Note, SCP-333-J apparently grows better when listening to songs by My Chemical Romance. It is allowed to do so long as the volume is set to a reasonable level. SCP-333-J is a juvenile potted plant. It is the species Chlorophytum comosum, commonly known as the spider plant, but it seems to show preference, accelerated growth, for being called the lesser-known name of airplane plant, as well as other names on occasion, such as sword fern, rogue's gilliflower, damask violet, and black nightshade. Personnel are to not be alarmed should SCP-333J show signs of apparent resentment, dropping leaves, growing mold, smelling strange, when not called these names. Spider plant is wholly accurate and sufficient, and 333J will never become anything different by changing its name. 333J is not allowed to spend extended hours out in the outside garden, no matter how much the darkly attractive evening primrose gets SCP-333J and its deep philosophies. SCP-3333J has been known on occasions to wilt when exposed to its daily sunlight. Should this occur, it is to be gently but firmly explained that sunlight is a necessity, even if its tortured and misunderstood soul believes otherwise. Exhibiting careless phototropism is unacceptable. Furthermore, it knows it's responsible for helping reduce the air pollution in the room, and how can it do that without sunlight to keep it healthy and growing? This is like the teenager plant. Oh, you're gonna go, creepypasta fan? No problem. Thanks for sticking around. I hope you had a good time. Good night. Good night. 3333J is notoriously taciturn. It is noted that this behavior began when it first sprouted flowers. Dr. Redacted. Good morning, spider plant. You're looking nice and leafy today. I see you grew flowers. Soon you'll be ready to sprout cute little spiderettes. You're growing up so fast. SCP-3333J. Ugh. Oh, okay. You're just not going to say anything? Dr. Redacted. Well, if that's what you want... Wait, is that fungus on the underside of your leaves? Leaves rustle slightly as air conditioning picks up. I thought I told you to be careful. Remember, if you get hooked on symbiotic root nodule bacteria and go making friends with the wrong crowd, you're going to go end up with root rot. I don't want that to happen. Maybe I should have been suspicious when you suddenly started sprouting flowers everywhere. You need to take care of yourself, okay? I can't buy special potting soil for you forever. Note, the following day, SCP-3333J was relocated to a corner of the break room furthest from the window. It later disappeared and was rediscovered moping under the coffee table, having somehow tipped on its side and rolled along on the ground. Personnel were advised to let the plant stay there and think about its actions. Memo. Hey Ribs, I think you're being a little harsh on the plant. Maybe someone else should take care of it. Memo. No, the plant is growing up and needs to learn from its mistakes. I know what I'm doing. Memo. It's just the plant. Footnotes. Seriously, it keeps growing in the direction of the window. I know it has a crush on this primrose, but does it really need that much of a better look? Spicy Noodle, hello, welcome in. That's kind of cute. That's kind of funny. It's like a teenager plant. Let's see. Kellogg's Foundation Flakes. Here we go. A perfectly normal, regular old blahage. There's a fucking blahage creepypasta? What the hell? Someone send this to Rin Penrose. Holy shit. This one's kind of long, though. Is this too long to read? This might be a little too long to read. Hold on. Let's see. Hard-boiled fedora. What is this? Oh, this could be funny. Let's read this one. Let's read this one. This is called the Hard-Boiled Fedora. SCP-2100J. Object Class Safe. SCP-2100J is a brown fedora-style hat produced by Redacted. The physical composition of 2100J does not differ in any way from that of other hats of the same model. Object is susceptible to physical harm and care should be taken to prevent its destruction during testing. 2100J incites a weak, compulsive response in humans, causing subjects viewing them to desire to wear it. The response is not incited in other species and has been shown to be possible to overcome given a small amount of effort. When worn by a human subject, 2100J will cause said subject to narrate surrounding events as they transpire.
Subjects invariably prove unwilling or unable to cease this narration, in most cases being unaware of its occurrence. Narration is done in the form of internal monologue, albeit vocalized, usually pessimistic in tone, and language used comparable to that of 1920s crime noir literature and early 1950s film noir motion picture. See test log 2100J12. While wearing SCP-2100J, individuals have shown heightened violent responses to in reaction to negative stimuli, often resulting in physical conflict with other humans and in some cases animals. Upon removal, the narratory effects of SCP-2100J dissipate, resulting in a partial lack of memory in subjects regarding events which occurred while SCP-2100J was worn. It should be noted, however, that the attractive properties of 2100J do not dissipate following removal of the item, unless a large upwards of 300-meter distance is put between the item and the subject. The following is a transcript of the vocalized narration spoken by D929181 while under the effects of 2100J. All narration was given during a standard series of tests to ascertain the mental effects of 2100J on the subject. I do not know how to do a 1920s crime noir accent, so let me have some water first. Hold on, I need some water. So I guess I'll do like my regular accents. So, the dame wore a hazmat. I'd never been a clever guy, but the lady was throwing out more danger signals than a barbed sex doll. She pulled a face like she'd smelt something bad on me. Maybe she had. Not much time for showers in this godforsaken place. She was talking about tests or something. Tests? Hopefully she didn't expect me to do any math. The only thing I could add these days were entries to the obituary column. I coughed, but she had already stopped talking. It was like she could read my mind. Last time I thought about that kind of thing was when I was 12. At one of those old circuses. Big family fun kind of things. Fortune teller told me I'd be a lawyer. Guess I did lay down the law. D92981 is instructed to write a short paragraph regarding his current situation. I've just figured out my granddad is addicted to Viagra. Nobody... Swag-stronomer, hello, welcome in. Thank you for that. Great first message. Good for you, bud. Good for you. Oh. Okay. Bitch was mocking me now, acting like I'm some brain-dead chimp who couldn't string a few sentences together. Guess I'd been right with the danger signals. Unlike that time in Atlanta. Bastard had stabbed me twice in the hand before I'd taken him down. I'd used my shoe to do it, beat him till he was a smear of ketchup in the burnt meat of the sidewalk. I had shoes on now, nice and sturdy. I prepped myself to get up and take it down, but her gun was already pointed at me. Goddamn fortune tellers. I played her game. I wrote down a nice little summary of my current situation. Probably pleased her as much as a skinned dog. I knew her kind. They like to see you twitch and suffer, especially when all the skin's gone. A nice distraction if you can manage to get enough free time and somewhere to keep the meat hidden. Goddamn sadist. D whatever is instructed to walk the length of the room several times. Had a good opportunity to stretch my legs and I took it. The walls and the floor of the room were wider than a Ku Klux Klan member trapped in a paint factory. Except the god. He wore black. Bastard had a broken nose and broken eyes to boot. He glared at me. Maybe he knew what I thought of him, or maybe he was just a spiteful type. Certainly looked it. You met guys like that. The guys who like to dip animals in lemon water after cutting them up, but only after everyone's gone to sleep so nobody finds out about it. His glare was fiercer than the look coming from a pastor who's just been told that God is dead. Good. Anger made him stupid. I went for him. This could be my chance. The hat turns you into a Yappuccino. That's literally what it does. It's the Yappuccino hat. Okay, D class begins moving towards security personnel reacted. Security personnel reacted shoots D class twice in self-defense. First bullet went into my ribs, second my leg. Lots of blood from the wounds and from my mouth. I tried to close it, but I couldn't manage.
Just opened and closed like a bored goldfish. I was saying something, I couldn't quite hear it. Talking about the bullets in my ribs and my legs, what the hell? Why was I telling everyone about that? I realized. The hat. That goddamn hat they made me wear. I tried to take it off, but moving anything hurt more than going into space with a hangover. Who the fuck talked like that, I wondered. Bleeding out and making metaphors? I braced myself to snatch that thing off, but before I could breathe, move a blink, I went ahead and died.
Subject expires. End log. See, I love SCPs like this. I really do. Just these like stupid ones that just do like really stupid inconsequential shit. Like the hat that turns you into a yappuccino. I love it. That's so great. That's really fun. That's great. I like this one. This one's fun. This one's really fun. I like it. This is SCP-2100J, by the way. The hard-boiled fedora. What's another one? What are these? They shoot him just to find out what would happen. Hold on. I need to wipe my nose again. And with the best song, too. This one's not too interesting. What about this one? Oh, this is interesting. This is interesting. Well, maybe not that interesting because it's really short, but I'll read it to you anyway. Okay. This one is called The Comrade. SCP-1948-J. Object Class CYP, Safe. Special Containment Procedures. SCP-1948-J is to be kept in the mines northeast of redacted designated Site 1948-J. SCP-1948 should have access to food, water, and a pack of ciggies per day. SCP-1948-J is a member of Equus Calibus, yet somehow it has the ability to speak, and the staff is absolutely pleased with that. It's hardworking and has a really good taste of humor. Every hour he lights a ciggy, and every 2 hours he cracks open a cold one. What? This is a horse. SCP-1948-J doesn't appear to have any enemies. He goes out well with his comrades and also with other horses. It's also incredibly photogenic. SCP-1948-J was found in the mines northeast of redacted Czechoslovak Socialist Republic. It was saved by a group of local miners, now great friends to the Foundation, from a tunnel collapse. Staff was assigned to ensure the safety of this wonderful creature. Oh god, time to do my bad Russian accent. Interviewer. Dr. Vladimir Redacted. Begin log. Well, howdy there, Doc. Good day to you, Comrade Horst. How's going? Well, today is going very well. No casualties, and we got some packs of smuggled ciggies from Germany. A lighter can be heard. Haha, all right, I see you're doing well. Work hard, comrade, and take care. You too, Doc. Addendum 1948-26. Hell, I like this horse. Hell yeah, brother, this is a good one. This is a horse that smokes cigs and drinks brews. What the fuck? That's based as hell, dude. This is great. I love this one. This is fantastic. What the fuck? That's a good one. What is this one? Is this one too sussy? He's like BoJack Horseman. I've never actually watched BoJack Horseman, believe it or not. What is this? Oh, this is funny, actually. Wait. Actually, no, I don't think I could read this one. It's a little too sussy. The Screaming Man. What is this? Duck Class Personal? Wait, what the... Wait, hold on. This one is called Bees Are Dumb as Fuck. Much more than so you could possibly imagine. What is this? I need to know.
This is kind of long. Okay, we'll do this one. SCP-1256-J. Object Class Safe. Mobile Task Force Mambo 5 Honeymooners is currently assigned to the tracking and recovery of SCP-1256-J instances. All exposed subjects are to be administered anti-memory juice, then coated in honey, rolled in a mixture of pollen and bee ketamine. Footnote 1. It's just regular ketamine, but very finely ground. Dressed in a flower costume and buried waist down in an open field. This process has no relevance to containment success of SCP-1256-J. We just thought it would boost morale. What? SCP-1256-J is a 420-page pamphlet entitled Bees, Dumb as Fuck, much more so than you could possibly imagine. Contents reveal a passionate manifesto on how bees suck at pretty much every facet of their existence, as well as with all the relationship occupational roles one can have as a human. It appears intended to be informal in nature, however most of it is nonsensical. The cover of the pamphlet claims it is written by a P. Honey name. However, no records of such name Oh, I get it. Never mind. That's literally what it says. When SCP-1256-J is read cover to cover, now designated SCP-1256-J-1, readers will perceive all members of the superfamily Apodea as sapient and highly annoying/needy. Contrary to its title, 1256's effect applies to all members of the Apodea, including wasps, and a few unrelated insects like ladybugs and cicadas, although the reason for this is not known. 1256-J1 instances insist insects invasively invade insides, insufficient investigations in intelligence institution into innards, instead interrupting insanity, inserted interesting interim alliteration. Damn it. That's literally what it says. Addenda. Document 1256-J-B. Excerpts from 1256-J. Bees, dumb as fuck, much more so than you could possibly imagine. I bet you think bees are just bees, don't you? Well, I knew it. Guess what? You're wrong. Bees are not even bees. Not at all they are bees. 0 bees are bees, not by a long shot. You poor, ignorant fool. How I wish I could push it all out of my mind. The constant buzzing. Their incessant little wing flaps, and their fuzzy buzzy butts. I yearn for death. A quiet, beeless death. Coping with the existence of bees. With bees, one must be cautious. Never let your guard down around a bee, or talk to that goddamn scoundrel ever again. Or the other one, the round one, or you'll regret it. They'll end up logged in places they normally can't and shouldn't fit. Either way, it's not very fun when you have to explain to your urologist why and how bees keep ending up in the same spots. Wow, that went somewhere I was not expecting. With bees, you can be sure. They dumb as bricks. They fly around and run into shit. They haven't had a decent job and barely paid taxes. They have shit taste in movies. And haven't you seen bee art? It's literally just flowers. Disgusting. We get it. You're really into pollinating. Gross. Embrace bees as a subordinate inferior species. Bees are nature's cruel joke to bees. They don't have rights and barely have the capacity to do anything else other than work for practically nothing, harass others, and then die. They have like 2 HP, and when they use their one attack, they die from it. Worst design ever. Is bee proof there is no God? If bees be bothering thee, bees can be annoying sometimes, in your face, bzz bzz. Have you tried to push B for peace? Do not expose bees to political extremism. Bees lack the nuanced geopolitical understanding of the current historical and political climate necessary to participate in government or pundit-style content creation. You may find it difficult to get a bee candidate elected in any form of government, as they have no proof of citizenship, zero experience, professional, personal, or otherwise. And I think they live for like 4 to 8 weeks, plus they're impressionable and already kind of narrow-minded as it is, so I just steer clear from politics in general. Okay. Follow our step-by-step guide to have as little interaction with bees as possible. 1. Bee approaches you. 2. Pep spray / taser bee. 3. Repeat this way until bee gone. Bee avoided. Okay. I wish I could show you this info, but it describes the bee's body parts as big gross, fuzzy bits, and pollen dumper. With their flapperdoodles, arthritis, black eyes like a doll's eyes, 5G tower, nano-microconstructed 5G tower. Okay, accurate and real bee anatomy from a professional in beeology. Okay. Document 1256J-BB. Document audio transcript held as evidence in the case of redacted versus approximately 2 million bees, some cicadas, and ladybugs, aka the Great Trial of Bees, an unprecedented legal exchange for which bees had apparently been well prepared. Document late. Is this just a Big Bee movie reference? Is this entire SCP just a fucking Bee movie reference? Wait. I think it is. I think it is. Okay. Begin log. Redacted. I have successfully avoided the bees, but they're bee thoughts. The thoughts grow louder. They're close. Hey, where you been? Been thinking about your nostrils. I can hear you breathing through them now. We know you home. God damn, they're so freaking lame. Stay away from my house. The bees, louder in unison. Let us in. We want to go up your nose and stuff. It's chilly out here. Nuh-uh, I'm getting the corks again. Bees, breaks down the front door. Buzz, buzz, motherfucker. Ah! Big thud. Oh, they mistook my reflection for me and ran straight into a mirror. They're all dead. Morons. Woo, okay, I'm glad I didn't have to use the corks. Cicadas, all directions, definitely loud. Y'all got room for a few more? Fuck. End log. That was interesting. Yeah, okay, this was not really what I thought it was going to be. I mean, I liked it except for the weird parts. I liked it in concept except for the parts where it got weird. Don't do drugs. Don't do B-ketamine. Don't do B-ketamine, y'all. Let's see. Let me have some more of my drink here. The car. What is this one? What is this one? Okay, let me just like preview these first to make sure they don't have any sus things in there. You can have a little B-ketamine as a treat. Betamine. Let's see. What is this one? I don't understand this one. Okay. Oh, did I click it correctly? Let's see. Okay, this one is like image.
This is like his image based, so this is probably not a good one to do because you would need to see the images. Let's see. The Plague Fellow. What is the Plague Fellow? This one could be interesting. Aniko, hello, welcome in. Is this just... Wait, I'm confused. Wait, this is just the Plague Doctor. But why is it a J? Because the Plague Doctor wasn't a J class. Was it? So then why is this a J class? Where's the joke in here? Oh, wait, I see. Okay, this one might actually be funny. Okay, I'm gonna read this one. I'm gonna read this one. Okay. SCP-049-J. Containment Class, Euclid. Special Containment Procedures. SCP-49-J is contained at Site 19, Site 101, Site 17, Site 81, Site 13, Special, Restricted, High Security, Top Secret, MK Ultra, Area Region Landmass 101.5 WFML near Richmond, Virginia. 49-J is permitted to leave its holding cell only under supervision of 2 guards armed with AR-15s and stun batons. Due to olfactory concerns for staff assigned to 49-J, the entity is no longer allowed to remove its mask. 49-J is a humanoid entity wearing the period-appropriate garb of a medieval plague doctor. Further analysis of 49-J has revealed that under its robes, the entity is composed mostly of moss, wads of tissue, and other smaller plague doctor masks. It is generally compliant with Foundation staff, but it will sometimes lie and occasionally sweat profusely for no reason whatsoever. During 49-J's time in Foundation custody, it is continuously claimed to be a powerful magical doctor wizard capable of curing that which ails mankind. Oh, thank you for the posture check, Inigo. To date, it has been unable to cure literally anything, and typically only exacerbates conditions considerably. While this alone would not be enough for Foundation to hold 49-J indefinitely as an anomalous entity, it is also proven capable of somehow always evading capture and escaping from Foundation sites after its true lack of capabilities are revealed. Because of this, and because of staff's unwavering curiosity as to whether it has any self-proclaimed magical healing abilities, it describes 49-J is to be housed and treated as an anomalous entity. Begin log. Hello, SCP-49-J. Welcome to I Am a Doctor. Yes, I'm aware. We're just doing this at I Have the Cure. Yes, well, we'll get to that. First off, can you tell me your name? Yes, quite. Very well. I have the cure, good sir. Indubitably. Yes, I am a doctor. What? Bring me to the patient. I will heal them. Gestures with pointed doctor stick. Jesus, watch where you're swinging that. I am the cure. What in the world are you? Oh, I get it. You're a sort of moron, aren't you? No, good sir. I am most effective. I mean, my cure. I am the cure. Very effective. The most because I am a doctor. Right. We were going to look into that. Let's, So this patient has the pestilence. Yes. I can smell it. Has a sore throat. We were wondering if you know of any cures to fix their ailments. Yes, of course. I am a doctor after all. Subject begins to dig around in their doctor bag for some time. Need any help over there? No. He is not the cure. I am the cure. Ah, yes. This will do the trick. Doc. That is a shoe. Yes. That will heal this person. It is the cure. All right, go ahead. SCP-4... Oh, I have to sneeze again. Hold on. Oh my god, that was another crazy sneeze. Holy crap. Oh, goodness gracious. Oh. SCP-49-J proceeds to gesture dramatically over the patient before violently beating the patient's throat with a shoe. Whoa, fuck, what are you doing? How is this supposed to help? After a moment, the entity stops. The patient lies mutilated and dead on the tabletop. What the fuck was that?
Patient is healed. What? No, she's not. You crushed her throat with the shoe. No, the patient is very well now. Yes, I am the cure. Look at all this blood. Moral atrocities aside, this is going to take hours to clean up. You just killed a person. No, they are cured. Yes, watch. Grabs the corner of the patient's mouth and begins to move it while speaking out of the corner of his own. Hello, yes, I am the patient, good sir, and I am cured. Most effective. Thank you, doctor. You did a good job. You are the best doctor. Now look here. I see your hand down there. I know that isn't the patient talking. What is this supposed to be? Oh, look, more pestilence over there. What? Oh, for fuck's sake, he's gone again. God damn it. Post-incident video logs show SCP-49J making a brisk escape through a side door. Additional footage gathered from a nearby town shows SCP-49J stopping at a hardware to pick up a pointier wooden doctor stick. That's interesting. That's actually kind of funny. I like that. That's actually really funny. It's like the Plague Doctor SCP, but he's like stupid and fucked up. That's actually pretty funny. Hold on. I keep having to sniffle my nose and clear my throat. It's quite gross. I keep having to mute for my gross sounds. To be honest with you, I never liked the Plague Doctor. Like, Plague Doctor stuff freaks me out. Like, it's creepy. I don't like it. It makes me uncomfortable. I don't like it. it's ugh, I don't know. It just gives me the heebie-jeebies for some reason. Wait, I have an idea. Hold on a sec. What if I take the cord and I do this? Is that gonna do anything? Wait. Sorry, I'm like fixing my leap motion right now. Okay, did that? Oh, that helped a lot. That helped a lot, actually. Okay, that's perfect. Let's see. Large ham. What is this? Okay, this one could be funny. This one could be funny. I'm gonna read this one. Hold on, I'm wiping my nose again. It's called, Large Ham. SCP-55-DEJ. Classification: super awesome. SCP-55-DEJ is to be made... Oh, sorry, I'm reading this incorrectly. Hold on. SCP-55-DEJ is to be made available to everyone in the canteen at Site DE-19. That's how good this stuff tastes because of minor property damage and noise complaints made. Wait. Is this a TF2 reference? Because of minor property damage and noise complaints made by pansies, nobody is allowed to talk about SCP-55-DEJ. The entirety of SCP-55-DEJ is also never to be used completely at once. I don't know if I can read this in that voice. I think I just have to read it normally. SCP-55-DEJ is the most awesome piece of ham made in the entire world. 1/2 meter long, 1/4 in width, and 10 centimeters thick. That's about 12,500 cubic centimeters of pure excellence with a weight of 5 kilograms. This masterpiece of butchery can be eaten by humans without a problem. At least that's what the geeks from the toxicology say. It doesn't rot either, and you can stuff as much in your mouth as you want since the awesome stuff just grows right back. Oh yeah. Other Foundation articles are trying to hoax you with dry nerd speech. 55-DEJ can only be described in one way. The right one, in fact. Everyone who wants to report to SCP-55-DEJ's awesomeness does it as loud as possible and as badass as possible, and with a voice that sounds as manly as possible. Yes, even women, even printed matter isn't safe. It's the same sick-ass choice of words and everything is in capital letters and with exclamation marks. If one describes the glory of SCP-55-DEJ, rad explosions occur simultaneously near the person describing it. Just like that. Nobody even knows how it happens. But that doesn't matter anyway. 55 DEJ explosions rock. It is free ham. A moment, please. One sec. There we go. No idea what animal SCP-55 DEJ came from. Even those eggheads at Genetic Research Department have absolutely no clue. But everyone in the Foundation can agree that whatever animal it was had to be pretty badass if it tastes that neat. The real hardcore boys and girls eat SCP-55 DEJ raw, but the pussies can eat it however they want. Tastes great too, but not incredible. The only exceptions are vegetables. You lay them on a plate or a sandwich with SCP-55 DEJ and you get an explosion right in your damn face. We believe that's because 55 DEJ simply tastes like shit when together with vegetables. Actually, several persons were asked to eat SCP-55 DEJ. Here are their reactions. This is delicious. This stuff is so great. I think I just grew additional chest hair. I'll worship the ham. I think this ham is pretty okay. Let's see. So this is basically a ham that makes you talk like Saxton Hale. Is literally what this comes down to. I'm not even fucking joking, dude. This is like the ham that makes you talk like Saxton Hale. That's literally what it is. It's got a lot of explosions and stuff in it too. Pictures of explosions. Jim Henson is a real son of a bitch. That's not me saying that. It's literally just that's what it's called. Anomalous item entry. This one isn't that interesting. Okay. That's a really interesting title though. Jim Henson is a son of a bitch. Normal trench coat worn by an adult. The cuttlefish of ultimate wisdom. What are these? Russell's soup can. Peanut Funny XD. Let's try looking at this one. Okay. Hold on. Oh my fucking god. How long was I muted for? I read like half of this article and I was fucking muted. Royal Beef. Thank you. Thank you though. Thank you. Ah, my fucking nose is dripping again. No. Why is this happening to me? Stop janky arms. Okay. This one actually, now that I'm like looking at it, isn't that funny. Let's see. Huh. Wait. Wait, hold on. Let me read this real fast. What is this? Oh, this is kind of interesting. Okay. Is there a Nicolas Cage SCP? Let's Google it and find out. Let's find out. Could Nicolas Cage be considered an SCP? Posted on r/SCP 4 years ago. Let me read this Reddit post. Am I gonna get sued for reading this Reddit post?
Could Nicolas Cage be considered an SCP? I ask because he's quite strange to behold when you learn much about him. Think about it. He's ageless. We have photos of him that go back to old black and white photos. Are you thinking of Keanu? I think this guy's thinking of Keanu. Many see him as a vampire. Who's to say he isn't? He bought 2 cobras for God's sake because he said they would protect him. There was even a petition to hand him the Declaration of Independence. He's a threat to national security. And then a mod. Number 1, the mods already told you. Number 2, hold on. I need to read this Reddit post in my voice. The mods already told you, number 1. Number 2, the SCP Foundation isn't loyal to the USA, so why should they give a damn about the USA national security? The Asian portion, the European portion, the African portion of the Foundation certainly may even be happy. Oh, and then they link the guide for newbies, the SCP guide for newbies. Okay, like, I didn't realize the SCP Foundation Reddit was like such a serious place. Goodness me. Goodness me. Okay. Let's see. What was this the one I was reading? So, SCP-343-J. Object Class Keter. Special Containment Procedures. Due to 343's J method of relocation, long-term containment is not possible at this time. In order to minimize and/or isolate the idea of active teleportation events, the former recreational wing of Site-59 has been converted into Debate Hall 343. Containment staff placed at DH-343 are to have scored at least a 3-alarm habanero on the standard dogmatic spiciness exam in either atheism or an Abrahamic faith? Excuse me? What? Okay. In the event that the later demographic is unavailable in Foundation staff, Site Director Naismith has volunteered his grandmother to fill the role of at least 30 researchers. Staff are to debate the existence of God, the afterlife, and evolution at all times. Outside of DH-343, all Foundation staff are advised to keep their fucking arguments to them fucking selves during work hours for realsies. However, in the event that SCP-343-J is encountered outside of DH-343, it is to be told, I never thought about it that way, and/or you are very intelligent until it dematerializes. Description. SCP-343-J is an opened 284 milliliter aluminum soup can containing 13 common earthworms. 343-J appears to operate as a single sapient organism capable of high-pitched nasal speech. In addition, 343-J is able to teleport from one location to another. The range or extent of this ability is unknown at this time. 343-J uses this ability to offer its unauthorized contributions to religious debates, anything that could potentially be redirected to a religious debate. As such, 343-J has lowered Foundation morale averages by a factor of 59 since its discovery in 2013. What? Okay, begin log. Incident 343-J-941. Dr. Henderson, the cafeteria food here can go straight to hell. Dr. Naismith, I don't know, this barbecue sauce is on point. SCP-343-J materializes on the table. Excuse me, excuse me. The sauce, yeah, but the meat tastes like styrofoam. Probably is styrofoam now that I think about... Are those worms? Hell doesn't exist. No, I mean the food is bad. Not that it could literally go to... Oh, wait. No, can't go to hell. Hell doesn't exist. Heaven doesn't either. No scientific evidence. God doesn't exist. Evolution is real. And the fact that you would wish eternal damnation on anyone speaks volumes about whether you are a good person. These are the facts. I don't make the rules. We're trying to have lunch here. Yeah, that's great and all, but you're not offering any counter-argument. So, like, are you just going on faith? Because I'm pretty sure you're a grown-ass man and shouldn't believe in fairy tales. Just saying. I'm pretty sure you have fun with your invisible sky homophobe and worship a zombie on a cross. But I've read all of the Hitchhiker's guidebooks, embrace reason and logic, and enjoy a couple gazillion times more than you ever will. Nothing personal. I'm an agnostic. I don't... Look, can you please just let us eat? Whoa, hey now, censorship, can't speak my mind, can't expose the truth, destroy people's illusions or you'll have me stoned to death. Is that how you love thy neighbor? I know what a Higgs boson is. It's 12:55, we better get back to work. Oh, thank God. Did you seriously just thank a fictional fuck? End log. So it's basically like the Reddit atheists, the can of worms is just a can of Reddit atheists. That's funny. That's actually really funny. I like this one. Oh. So it's basically like a can of atheist worms that you have to debate, or like the Dr. Naismith will get his grandma to debate the atheist worms. That's really funny. That's really fucking funny. Oh my God. I love that. I love that. Like, that's really, like, objectively speaking, that's actually pretty funny. I like that. This is really good. What was this one called? This one was called, like, what was it called? Russell's Soup Can is what this one was called. That's really fucking funny. Let me take a look at this one. Okay, this one might be funny. SCP 0... Actually, you know what? I need to stretch my shoulders. My shoulders are like... Ugh. Yeah, I need to posture check myself. I need to stretch my shoulders real fast. Oh, my shoulders just cracked. Oh boy. Gotta go to bed, Inigo? No problem, no problem. I get it. It's pretty late here anyway. It's almost been like 3 hours. Jesus Christ. Okay, I'll tell you what. When I'm finished with my drink... Actually... I wanted to stream until I got to 800, but it doesn't look like that's gonna happen tonight. So I don't know how long I'm gonna stream for, because like my voice is getting pretty tired as well. Ugh. Hold on, let me fix my leap motion again. There we go. Is it? Okay, it's good. It's good. Yeah, it's like it's like almost 2 a.m. here. Thank you for the posture check. Thank you. Have a good night, Inigo. Have a good night. Have a good night. Oh, am I sitting on the cable? I am. Hold on. Here we go. So, SCP-13-J, Object Class Euclid. The northern region of the Forest of Redacted, where SCP... Oh, actually, let me hold on. I need to set. Hold on. I need to text someone real fast. Let's see. Do I? Okay, hold on a sec. Okay, there we go. Oh, am I getting another notification? Okay. Okay, I just need to check my notifications real fast. SCP-13-J, Object Class Euclid. The northern region of the Forest of Redacted, where SCP-13-J is known to manifest, has been registered as a protected wildlife reserve and fenced off and labeled accordingly. Foundation agents posing as forest rangers are on hand to deter trespassers. A platform equipped with recording and transmitting equipment is in place directly overlooking the space SCP-13-J occupies when manifested. SCP-13-J is an instance of Sepia officinalis, common cuttlefish. Unlike its non-anomalous counterparts, SCP-13-J is 17 meters in length, hovers in the air while moving as an instance would while underwater, and speaks with a loud, high-pitched, echoing voice by unknown means. In addition, a bright golden light radiates, seemingly from the SCP. The SCP refers to itself as the cuttlefish of ultimate wisdom and requires others to before it will interact with them. SCP-13-J claims to be sensitive to future events and will share possible means of presenting upcoming disasters while often refusing to relinquish details of disasters themselves. SCP-13-J speaks with an overly dramatic voice and often utilizes alternations in volume, pauses, and extended vowel sounds for dramatic emphasis.
Foundation staff who have been deemed quick to anger are not to approach SCP-13J. So me, basically. Yeah, people on Reddit, like, seriously need to take a chill pill. It's crazy. Agent Archer. SCP-13. The Cuttlefish of Ultimate Wisdom. Cuttlefish of Ultimate Wisdom. Speak, mortal. I have come to ask if you have any information regarding potential disasters in the future. Be warned! Be warned! Heed the Cuttlefish of Ultimate Wisdom. Disaster looms, unless the president of Redacted makes tomorrow's commute on a pogo stick. Society shall fall. Death shall hail from the sky. Death! A pogo stick? A pogo stick! Is there any other way we can... The Cuttlefish has spoken! SCP-13J dematerializes in a bright flash of light. Outcome. A social media campaign was launched detailing how President Redacted would be traveling to work on a pogo stick to raise awareness of depression. The president himself was compelled to comply with SCP-13J demands by the use of drug-induced hypnosis. During the president's commute, a multi-car collision claimed the lives of redacted citizens. It was calculated that the president would also have been affected by the incident. It is unknown if SCP-13J knew the exact nature of the incident, but could have easily provided a less conspicuous deterrent. Okay, here's another one. I'll read another one. Step forward, Timothy. My name is Leslie. What can the Cuttlefish of Ultimate Wisdom assist you with on this fine evening? It's 11 a.m., but anyway, I've come for a report on future events. Death. Death races for us in an attractive yet functional footwear, and unless Foundation Commander Redacted greets all whom she interacts with her warmest of hugs, it shall come for her. Yeah, I have met Commander Redacted. I think in her entire life, she's gouged more people's eyeballs out with her bare hands than she's hugs. Hugs are all that will spare her soul. Really, it has to be hugs? Because after last time, it seems like At the express order of 3 O5 council members, Commander Redacted agreed to take the measures of SCP-13J recommended to prevent her imminent death. 5 days after SCP-J's prediction, Commander Redacted was deployed in a squadron of agents to contain SCP-Redacted. By reluctantly hugging each of them in turn, when one agent tearfully conceded about how much he needed a hug, the agent went on to confess to being an undercover agent of the Chaos Insurgency and had been instructed to sabotage the mission, taking the lives of all agents present, including Commander Redacted. Moved by Commander Redacted's display of affection, the agent vowed to reconsider his life choices. Commander Redacted responded by executing him where he stood. Oh, I have no idea if that's how the SCP Foundation works. Oh boy. Oh, Mr. Donowall, hello, welcome in. Big egg. We do have a big egg going on here today. Big egg. There's like a lot more of these. I don't want to read them all though. That's kind of funny. I like the Cuttlefish of Ultimate Wisdom. Let's see. Wait, I have an idea. Oh, okay. That was not... I was looking to see if there was like a... Oh, wait. Hold on a sec. Wait. Okay, this is like a fake SCP, but I want to read it. Oh, it's blocking me. Okay, never mind. I have to sneeze again. Is there like an effect of alcohol in that it makes you sneeze a lot? Because that's what's happening to me right now. Oh my god. Thank you for the bless you. Goodness gracious. Oh, let me get some water here. Oh. I wanted to see if there was like a Team Fortress 2 SCP. That was a machine gun sneeze. It kind of was though. It kind of was. Oh, what is this one?
Is there a way to sort these by rating? Like how funny they are? I don't think there is. That's disappointing. Let's see. Eye-grabbing clickbait title. No, that's not really that interesting. A pile of rocks that needs to shut the hell up. What is this one? Oh, okay, this could be funny. I think this one might be funny. All right, let's read this one. This one is called A Pile of Rocks That Needs to Shut the Hell Up. SCP Rocks-J. Object Class Safe. All instances of SCP Rocks-J are to be stored in a soundproof container large enough to contain all 26 instances. As instances of SCP Rocks-J have reacted negatively to being separated from another, instances have been allowed to be contained in the same container as long as they keep disputes and arguments to a minimum. SCP Rocks-J refers to a total of 26 varying types of large river rocks. All instances are fully sentient and capable of vocal communication despite lacking mouths. All instances speak in an identical loud, high-pitched voice. Each instance bears a large pair of googly eyes, which, despite appearing non-anomalous, allow instances to visually perceive their surroundings. All instances of SCP Rocks-J are capable of minor telekinesis, which they use to move. Instances are unable to use their abilities on any life forms other than themselves. SCP Rocks-J are considered non-life-threatening to Foundation staff. Instances show a low level of intelligence and lacks the ability to pay attention to one specific subject even for short amounts of time, and on occasion experience severe memory loss, with instances often forgetting personnel and previously learned information. SCP Rocks-J was discovered in Redacted River, located in Redacted, England. Instances at the time of discovery were attempting to communicate with a nearby pigeon. This ended with an instance of SCP Rocks-J having apparently become inspired and proceeded to perform a rap about pigeons. Lyrics consisted of pigeons, pigeons, vermin of the street, pigeons, pigeons, they're really neat. Just so you know. Interview with SCP Rocks-J. Begin log. Hi! Good evening, I'm Dr. Agnew. We're rocks! Indeed you are. I'll be interviewing you all today. Our names are Bob, Steve, Jessica, Roderick, Kyle, Carl with a K, Jessica again, Paul, Kevin, Steve again. Don't worry, there's no need to tell me all of your names. I was hoping a few of you could share some useful information regarding your origins or biology. It shall be me. I speak for the rocks. No, you don't. Speak for yourself, Arnold. Shut it, Bob. You lost the right to speak up at the last Rock Committee meeting. See, this is exactly what I was talking about. I was sick of you incessantly putting the word rock in front of everything we do. It's an important wording choice. The world needs to know that we are rocks and proud. They do not. They can plainly see that we are rocks just by looking at us, and also ones with big, glorious eyes on them. SCP Rocks-JB turns to Dr. Agnew and begins shaking intensely for several seconds, causing its googly eyes to shake rapidly. You see? I certainly do. See? He gets it. You should think before you start talking shit. That's it. I'm gonna knock your rocks off. That pun wasn't even funny, and we don't even wear socks. That joke works neither as a humorous line or as one that makes sense. That's the last outburst you'll make. SCP Rocks-J, A, and B levitate several centimeters off the ground and begin to repeatedly tap into each other using their telekinetic abilities. Dr. Agnew stares in disbelief for roughly 30 seconds before interfering. Okay, let's just calm down, alright? There's no need. He separated Arnold and Bob. Crap, this guy must be on the real shit. Sorry, we had no idea you were so jacked, bro. You gotta show me what you lift. What? No, wait. Okay, let's start again with something else. He shall be our king. We have a king now? Sweet. All hail. Now this is getting strange. All instances of SCP Rocks J levitate in unison and begin moving towards Dr. Agnew. Hail. All right, that's it. I'm done. Dr. Agnew retreats from the interview room. Gonna head out, bro, beef. No problem, no problem. I hope you have a good sleep. See ya. Bye-bye. End log. Upon leaving the interview room, SCP Rocks J continued to vocalize the word hail for the following 10 minutes. SCP Rocks J eventually ceased this behavior, apparently forgetting what they had been doing. Following this, instances appear to have discussed regarding the hierarchy of their group. They later ended with instances organizing a hierarchy amongst themselves. Interesting, interesting. Okay. So these are the rocks that need to shut the fuck up. But interesting, interesting. Okay. Finish the rest of my drink. Oh boy. Let's see here. I think I'm probably gonna call it here because it is getting pretty late. I had fun though. I'll probably get to 800 tomorrow, hopefully, God willing. Let's see here. This was just like a surprise stream. I just did because I had nothing better to do. I don't need to get up early tomorrow. I finished most of my homework. Let me switch over to the ending screen and show you guys what I've got going on there. Which is like, I don't have anything planned for tomorrow. The stream will, however, probably start at 5 p.m. Eastern, 2 p.m. Pacific. A little bit earlier than usual. Let's see. Anything else? Was I muted the whole time? Wait, was I fucking muted the whole time? God fucking damn it. Okay. Sorry, let me repeat that. I hope you all have a wonderful morning, afternoon, or evening, wherever you're from. A little carbonation, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.